ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Cyclones and the Chargers. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition of the Fall 24 Battle Court season. I'm Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you the Chargers and the Cyclones here on this Tuesday, special Election Day edition of Jai-Alai. How you doing today, Stu?
Andrew, I'm doing great. Looking forward to exciting Jai-Alai play, but especially happy to be here with you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Stu. We had another great game day last night, particularly if you're on the side of the Fireballs. 6.5 points of a possible 8 over the Warriors. And let's take a look at those standings because, yeah, look at that. A little bit of movement now. The Fireballs jumping into third place. The Warriors sliding down into fourth. You see the Cyclones right there. I mean, they got 6 points to get up into that final playoff spot today. And then the Chargers all the way up in second, a couple points ahead of the Fireballs. So pretty clear of the rest of the pack there for second. We have standard slate today. That will be 2 singles matches and 4 doubles matches. We get started with the singles, 2 in a row. First, Division 5 here between Bueno and Gallow. Bueno's been really the Iron Man in the entire league this year, playing, I mean, what seems to be double the number of matches that he was scheduled for.
Absolutely.
In this division of singles, his division, he's 2-0 so far. Flipping over here to Gallow, 1-0, just played his first match this past Friday. Both players undefeated. Something's going to give. Bueno will serve to begin this game day.
Bueno serves, we begin. There's a backhand by Gallow. Bueno on the forehand. Backhand by Gallow. First point goes to a Bueno of the Cyclones. He serves. Both players just basically feeling each other out at this point. They practice together but have not played against each other. There's a forehand by a Gallow, a 2-all. Bueno's on it. Gallow, backhand to the inside. Good court positioning by Bueno. Bueno to the inside. Gallow, backhand from the 9 line. Rebote forehand, that's too high. That hit the overhead screen. 2 points for Bueno of the Cyclones. He serves.
Yeah, I mean, Gallow's first match was up against Stan this past Friday night. Different animal here dealing with Bueno. He's got a lot of experience, a little better defensive player, more offensive too. I mean, he's got a couple shots. We've seen him break him out this year. But in this matchup against Gallow, you saw him keep the costado inside, just place the ball well along the side wall. A little too much court to cover when Bueno's on. That serve dropped.
That ball scored on the second bounce coming out of the service box. That's 3 points for Bueno. He continues to have the serve.
Yeah, sometimes that ball just floats when it makes contact with the side wall and the front wall, and it's kind of hung up there about the 9 line.
Absolutely. Has a slightly different sound to it. Some of the players are aware of it. Often catches some of the new players to the program. Ball tipped down low. 4 points for Bueno. He serves.
Yeah, Bueno got that served across back at around the 12th line. I mean, deep into the backcourt, coming at shin height. I mean, that's very difficult to handle there for Gallow.
Backhand by Gallow, powerfully thrown to the corner. Gallow takes it in the air, backhand. Bueno from the 10 line. Rebote forehand by Gallow. Bueno on the run, makes the catch at the 6 line. Gallow, forehand rotate, trying to get it to pass. Bueno cuts it off. Ball tipped at the 9 line. 5 points for Bueno, possible set point.
Yeah, I mean, Bueno's just keeping the ball to the inside on that costado, not doing anything crazy. And if he just keeps doing that, putting it along the wall, Gallow's missing. No reason to try to open it up with some shots. 5-0 already, looking to take this first set. Straight points.
Backhand by Gallow, wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Here's Gallow on the catch. Backhand 2-all, caught the pad, and the pad is bad. 6-0. Bueno wins the first set. We'll put 2 minutes on the board, come back out, and play our next set. So yeah, this is a decidedly different Gallow than we saw on, when was it? Friday?
On Friday.
On Friday, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also the opponent, too, a big reason why. I mean, Bueno's been frozen in Division 5. I mean, certainly the last 2 seasons, maybe even beyond that, because there's been a couple of expansion drafts in there. So, you know, this is a guy that if we wiped the slate clean of the freezes and had a full draft, he might go in round 4, given the way that Bueno's been playing the last few
easily,
years.
Especially the second half of 2024, no question about it. Bueno's been absolutely solid. You saw his court positioning.
Yeah.
Moving into position every time. Apparently has a... So
is the frame? It's a little...
Well, that piece of tape isn't going to help the frame. That would help the
reed?
Yeah, exactly. Like if there's if there's a reed that's broken. But if the frame needed reinforcement, that would be. But that is a very common place for the frame to break.
So it's the reed on the frame, but not necessarily the frame itself.
Exactly. Huge difference between the two. The reed you could tape down. If the frame breaks, every time you go to throw that opens up, and you'll get complete escapes.
Well, you see that gentleman there in the foreground. He was about to sit down. Now standing back up. That's Amigorena. We'll be back today. Good to see him back on the schedule, playing 2 matches today. Fonda and Amigorena against Iturbide and Benny. Then Bueno and Amigorena against Iturbide and Gallow. Well, this is a Cyclones team that battled through some injuries early on, and you saw where they stood. I mean, not that many points outside of the final playoff spot. If they can make a run here, this last 6 game days of the year, I mean, no reason why these guys can't get into the playoffs and maybe even higher than that 4th seed.
Absolutely. That's a little different. I didn't notice that Gallow had snuck back out on the court. He's all tied up, ready to go.
Ready to go here, and the clock's out a couple seconds still before we begin set 2.
We're ready to begin our second set. Gallow has a serve for the Chargers. Here's a backhand by Bueno. Rotate forehand sidearm. Scoop by Bueno. Difficult rebote save. Bueno, perfect positioning. 2-all, 2 score. Well played by Bueno. He gets the first point of the second set. And the serve. Yeah, Bueno just spot on in terms of court positioning. What we mean by court positioning is how the player moves to the ball that's being thrown by their opponent. The easier the catch looks for them, the better their positioning. In that case, Bueno lined up a 2-all, killed it nicely. Backhand by Bueno. Rebote forehand. Bueno makes the catch to the 8 line. To the inside it goes. Backhand. Bueno takes it in the air. Nice pickup by Gallow. Powerful backhand. Will go wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Here's Gallow at the 7 line. Drop shot. Will score. No shutout in the second set. Gallow gets the point and the serve.
Oh, that's where Gallow did a bulk of his damage with the drop shot on Friday night. So going back to it, good shot, particularly in singles with so much court to cover. You take a look here, it's a little deep. I mean, that's just beyond the 7 line. Bueno moving back. It's the right shot, scored.
Here's a backhand by Bueno, powerfully thrown. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall, saved by Gallow, but scooped up over into the overhead screen. That's out of play. 2 points for Bueno. He has the serve. Reminder, the scoring here in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match. There's a backhand by Gallow. Rebote. Forehand. Catch by Gallow at the 8 line. Rotate forehand by Bueno. That ball comes in quick and scores. 3 points for Bueno. He serves. So that ball came back particularly fast on Gallow. He's been making those catches just fine, just slightly off of his footing, trying to catch the ball up near his ear. Just didn't work.
Kicking up that high, a little more difficult to control.
Another one. That ball dies coming out of the service box and scores. That is 4 points for Bueno. He serves. Yeah, there's no real way to explain that except if you look on the front wall and you see those in the corners, in the four corners, you see those little metal brackets. If the ball hits one of those metal brackets, it tends to die. And you got to listen for it. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Gallow makes the catch at the 9 line. Karam, opening, stopped by Bueno. Karam by Bueno will score. 5 points, possible set, possible match point for Bueno of the Cyclones. Yeah, Gallow just not able to make anything happen so far.
Yeah, I mean, the offensive side of the ball, I mean, it could be pretty similar. We see the shots from Gallow. We saw them Friday night. But the defense is where Bueno really separates himself, covering the court beautifully, playing up in the front court. He's got a little more experience defending.
Absolutely.
And it's showing here. 5-1. Looking to take this one in straight sets.
Backhand by Gallow. Bueno from the 11 line. Rebote forehand, clears the overhead screen. Bueno's there. Backhand. Rebote forehand, Karam.
Oh, just
hit the pad,
yeah,
and the pad is bad. Point, set, and match for Bueno of the Cyclones, taking it in straight sets, 6-0, 6-1. Yeah, that shot worked for him the other night.
And it was
surprised
close.
all of us. Yeah, it surprised all of us. It's,
wow.
As he gets used to it, as he develops that's going to be quite a weapon.
There's Bueno. Been filling in well above his rank and now playing in Division 5. Gets a straight set victory, taking 12 of 13 points for the win. Up next, top division of singles, Manu takes on Zulika.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Game day score reflecting that singles win by Bueno. Now 5 points behind the Warriors are the Cyclones for that final playoff spot. After today's action, 4 of the 6 teams will have played. That'll be 10 game days. And you see the Renegades and the Devils, they've played only 6. Have 6 remaining, excuse me. Before we get to that, we're going to hear from Bueno back in the win column here in Division 5. Bueno, you've had to play well above your rank many times throughout the year, back in Division 5 in singles. How comfortable did you feel out there?
It felt good. I felt comfortable out there. Luckily, it went the way it did. It's fortunate.
Yeah, and last time you saw Gallow play on Friday night. You saw that he was aggressive with the shots. What was the game plan coming into this one to ensure you get the win?
Not much, man. Just not. I don't have to get crazy out there. I don't have to event too much. I know that he was gonna, reverse 2 walls and throw 2 walls off the rebote. I saw him do a little bit on that Friday, but not too much. Just stick to the script, man. Fundamental highlight, and luckily it turned out the way it did.
Absolutely great playing there by Bueno. First win of the game day. Congrats.
Thank you.
And we'll be seeing Bueno not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 times today for the Cyclones. He'll be substituting for Ron in a couple matches. Up next, though, you got Manu and Zulika, 2 of the top players here in Battle Court, going at it in singles. Manu will have the serve. Zulika ready to receive. Manu so far this season 2-2. Has only played 4 singles matches, so Manu has a singles match every game day the rest of the year for the Cyclones. Flipping over here to Zulika. He's played 6, won his first 3, has lost the last 3. There's a serve by Manu. We begin. Zulika, backhand to the inside. Manu pulls it in. High hard throw. Robote. Forehand. Play to the inside by Zulika. Manu steps up. It's a 2-all. It opens and scores. First point of our second match goes to Manu.
So Manu, a classically trained backcourter, traditionally trained backcourter, whatever the proper word is, but meaning that you generally don't see backcourters throwing as many shots as you do front quarters. Manu's the exception, especially here in battle court.
Zulika takes a serve off the sidewall, and it's a strong backhand. Manu just out of reach, lays up the rebote. High to the inside, big bounce, controlled by Zulika. Just going to pass with it. Manu with a play on the rebote. No, it actually died in the corner. That scores. Point for Zulika. We're tied up.
So players may go for that, trying not to feed their opponent. But, yeah, not much came off of that rebote to be played.
Zulika makes a grab overhead, back and sticks inside. Manu steps up. Rebote forehand, play to the inside. Stopped overhead, Manu, Costado. Big bouncer. Tipped by Zulika. Manu with a second point. He serves. Two-wall off the rebote. Wow, what a shot there by Manu. He opens up the lead to 3-1.
Manu is arguably the most dangerous backcourter I know when it comes to shots.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, off the rebote, too. I mean, it looks like he's
and
scrambling.
Off his footing. Yeah,
just
exactly.
Trying to save it, and you know what? Let's go 2 walls to score.
Very well done.
Manu back there at the 12. Hard throw. Out of reach. Here's the rebote. Left side. Zulika high to the inside. Just does clear. Manu gets up there in the air. Backhand. Shooting off the back wall. Zulika turns it powerfully. Out of reach. Rebote. Played at the feet of Zulika. Scoops up the 2-wall. Thrown in to score. Nice shot. That's a second point for Zulika.
One thing you see with Zulika is, and with Manu, catch the ball in the air. Don't let the ball touch the floor if you don't have to.
Rebote forehand, power to the inside. Manu lets it pass, waits on the rebote, turns it at the feet of Zulika. There's a scoop. Another 2-wall, thrown to score.
Beautifully
We're
thrown.
Tied up 3-3.
Yeah, Zulika has the shots, and he's not afraid to use them, no question about it.
Look at that one, just opening up nicely to score. You see how effective Zulika is in doubles, and here in singles, just even a little more space to score. Backhand floated in the corner. Rebote missed. Dying off the back wall. Manu steps out ahead 4-3.
These soft plays have been working.
Yeah. You see Zulika that time looking back and certainly not coming out as far as he expected. Two-wall. Ooh, caught the top of the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. 4-4 is the score. Zulika serves.
It is a pretty, not just in the score, but it is a pretty evenly matched pairing here between Manu and Zulika. Zulika with more shots, Manu with more court familiarity.
Manu takes the serve. Backhand thrown out of reach. Here's the rebote. Forehand over the top. Manu gets there. Backhand from the 9. Kicking up. Zulika gets back in there for the rebote save. Manu in the middle of the court from the costado. Ooh, that clipped. And it's still scored. Zulika had a play, couldn't scoop it up. Manu has 5 points and a possible set point.
By-clipped. I think we're both kind of viewing that Manu wanted that to go inside as Zulika was cutting to the outside, but it caught more sidewall than he expected it to. Zulika had one shot at this. He set his footing.
Yeah.
And if anyone can make that, he can, but...
Zulika's backhand kicks up in the overhead screen. Point and set. Manu takes it 6-4. 2 minutes will come back and play. Set number 2.
Tell you, Zulika, you just see that power. You know, when he threw that backhand, obviously you're throwing a backhand or you're throwing it real hard from the right side, high on the front wall to try to get it past your opponent. But you got to keep the overhead screen in mind. You're watching Battle Court live from Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently in the second of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. We were. That's where they are now, and here we are in replays.
2-all there by Manu.
Throw the ball where your opponent's not.
Easy there. Got him going the other way. Powerful forehand here. Dropping in the corner. And not enough to play the rebote. Zulika here. Line up the 2-all. That's a good one.
Beautiful scoop. And the 2-all 2 score.
Manu here late. Again, clips. Zulika standing there trying to scoop it up. Got away with one, did Manu. Brought it to 5-4, and then the backhand from Zulika sailing up high in the overhead screen, ending that set 6-4 in Manu's favor. You know, it's interesting, Stu. We talk about, front quarters certainly have an edge in singles, given, throw more rebotes, they have a couple more shots typically.
Right.
But Manu, you got to throw everything out the door where Manu's concerned. Last year in singles, the best record in Division 1 at 7-3. Better than Gosheri, better than Douglas, better than Olharan, better than Inaki.
Doesn't surprise me.
Better than everybody in that division.
Doesn't surprise me. Manu.
As the only backcourter, too. And Zulika, throw him in there as well. So, best record, only backcourter. And you mentioned the costado early. That's a real weapon. He's so precise. He has the shots that
Court positioning number 1,
yeah.
Catching number 2. Then you add the ability to throw shots.
And you look, Manu 2-2 so far this season. His last time out, he got hurt in that match against Jairo and could have, totally flipped the momentum of that match.
That was the ankle injury, right?
One that you expected to win. So, tough to really count that as a full loss for Manu, not at 100%. So really 2-1. That's what we expect to see from Manu in singles, plus 500 every year. There's a serve. Our second set now has begun. Backhand dropped in the corner. Forehand rebote played inside. Cut off there by Manu. Zulika back at the 9. Where that one died off the front wall. Forced to scoop it. Manu's got that one. Backhand. Dropped. Rebote saved to the inside. Picked up on the bounce. Manu from the 10. Rebote forehand, pushed up the middle. Manu gonna let that one pass. Plays the rebote on the back end, trying to drop it at Zulika's feet. He caught it in the air. The 2-wall snapped in to score.
Seeing the two of them play, call it chess. Neither one is particularly fired up. They're concentrating intently on positioning. First of all, where they're positioned on the court, and then where they're throwing it. Oftentimes you can see the difference in concentration, like between these two guys, for instance, in some you know, in Division 5 and Division 6, where they're just, you know, more focused on the catching, just getting the ball in the cesta and then doing something with it.
Back into the inside. Zulika waits on the rebote. Powerful throw. Stopped overhead. Here's Manu from the 11. Able to pass to the inside. Zulika just lays it up. Manu has it off the sidewall. Backhand. Caught right on the numbers there by Zulika. Forehand. Rebote. Launched up into the corner. Zulika now waits on it. Switches to the left side with a big bounce. Manu able to settle at the 10. Controls it. Drops the backhand. Beyond the 13 line, into the corner. Rebote left side, controlled up high by Manu. There's the backhand. Rebote comes shooting out. Zulika turns it, stays outside. Manu lines it up. One-handed save on the rebote with a big bounce. Ooh, Zulika back in the corner, controls it again. This one clears the overhead screen. Rebote forehand with a soft touch. Zulika's got to get up there. He does. He's at the 7. 2-wall. Thrown to score. Back-to-back points for Zulika to begin our second set.
Manu threw it with a light touch. You can't really call it a drop shot. He just moved Zulika up, but he moved Zulika right up into an area where he's very comfortable killing the ball. Right here at the 7 line.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up.
Here in Battle Court, it's not just a question of it landing between the 4 and 7 line. It can't touch the boundary lines.
Second serve is good. Manu keeps it on the left side. There's the backhand. Powerfully thrown in the corner. Zulika, right side rebote, clears the overhead screen. Manu takes off. It's on the wall and scores. Well placed. That's 3 in a row for Zulika.
Yeah, that ball came right back to the wall. We've seen Manu a couple times with that. I don't know what to call it. You know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's where he just swipes at it. It comes back to the side wall, like you'll see right here.
In one motion.
Yeah,
and
it comes, and sometimes he'll just swipe at it from the top down. In this case, that's a traditional forehand rebote that he was trying to throw there, but it was right on the wall.
Hard serve, crosses with that stayed inside. Manu comes away with it. Zulika picks up the pace, forehand.
What a catch.
Up the wall, Manu with one hand comes down with the ball. The backhand does not clear. That's up in the screen and out of play. 4 points for Zulika.
Don't often see Manu moving up on the side wall.
I mean, he got way up there too with one hand. He committed and got it.
Well, look at that. Yeah, that bottom foot is about 1.5 feet off the ground.
Manu from the left side again to open it up. Rebote from shooting out. Stays up the middle. Manu from the costado. That's a 2-wall, but too low. That dropped into the pad. The pad is bad. 5 points for Zulika. He's got a possible set point.
So the first set went 6-4 in favor of Manu. Would not have expected to see Zulika leading 5-0 in the second set. But he's just been spot on, and Manu trying to finesse the ball a little bit more. Just has not worked out for him.
Manu again with the backhand. Drops back in the corner. Rebote forehand. That's launched. Manu goes down to the floor and sent it up in the screen. Point and set. We have split sets. Zulika takes it 6-0. Third set coming up in just 2 minutes.
Again, that ball seemed to die coming off the back wall. Manu,
it did.
Yeah, Manu really does. We very rarely see Manu over running balls as they're coming out. And Manu not coming off the court. Manu stepping back into the corner. He's got 2 minutes in this break.
Yeah, I mean, it just seemed like Zulika just picked up the pace there. Sometimes in these top singles matches, it's really just a matter of who shoots first. I mean, who throws that first 2-wall. And,
Yeah.
I mean, Manu was aggressive early on, built that lead. Zulika clawed his way back, but the second set, it was Zulika that turned on the heat and kept it on the entire way through, 6-0.
Manu over here in the corner getting some soccer practice in. No, he has the skills to finish it. But we're talking about Zulika here. Zulika is not easily defeated.
No, I mean, Zulika had just a tremendous start through the first, see here, looks like 7 matches of the year, 6 matches at least. Zulika was undefeated. I mean, winning in all competitions, singles and doubles, including a 3-0 start here in singles, but has dropped his last 3. Hormachea, Douglas, and Gosheri, his last 3 opponents, obviously all very difficult and all very aggressive players. Here against Manu, started opening up in set 2. It worked out. See if he can come back and take this in 3 sets. Manu, though, will have the serve to begin set 3. First matchup between these two players back over 2 months ago, September 3rd, right around when we opened this fall 24 season. So, 2 months into it, guys are at different points in the season. Both players now playing very well. Manu looking to avenge that loss. Zulika looking to complete the series sweep this single season. Third set, Manu ready to serve. Manu serves. We begin set number 3. Backhand thrown to the inside. Oh, Manu, Magic City bounce, comes away with it straight to the outside placement. Not opening up enough. Zulika's carom does and scores. Quick first point goes to Zulika.
Yeah, Manu was not expecting to have that ball on the right side. You see how it comes up? Yeah, you see he was lining up on the left side. To switch from the left to the right when the ball's coming at you about 80 to 120 miles an hour is just not, optimal.
No.
So to try to do something with that from the back of the court, difficult.
Powerful serve, handled by Manu. With that died in the corner, Zulika lays it up. Manu attacking now up at the 8. Backhand, right in the corner again. Robote forehand, fired, but caught off the side wall. Here's Manu.
Manu's trying to drop it into the corner.
And Robote caught again right off the side wall. That backhand a little bit higher, just does clear. Robote forehand laid up. Manu now up a little bit further, straight to the outside.
Out of
That's
play.
outside the court. 2 points for Zulika to begin this third set.
Manu is about 4, maybe 5 feet from the side wall when he threw that. Typically when we see him score with that, like whatever percentage, I know you know the stats. When he throws the philo from the side wall or about a foot from the side wall, I don't think I've seen him miss.
No.
But that wasn't the case there. He was several feet from the side wall. Seemed to correspond with how far it was out.
Robote forehand laid up by Zulika. Manu attacks, trying to get up to it. Just missed the scoop. 3 in a row for Zulika.
We have seen Manu come back in various seasons, multiple occasions. I think Zulika knows that as well.
Zulika steps back to the 10 line. Hard throw, passing. Here's the Robote. Left side to the outside. Lands in. Zulika's got it. The carom scores. 4 in a row for Zulika.
So that one he tried to land in, and he landed it in. But Zulika was standing right there.
Manu's got that serve backhand along the wall. Passing, Zulika waits on it, powers it inside. Good catch by Manu. There's the backhand. Trying to drop it in the corner. Rebote's coming out. He saved to the inside. Pulled in by Manu. Backhand from the 9. Going out a long way. Zulika at the 6. Turns it over the top. Lets it pass. Rebote saved and just clearing the overhead screen. Back to the inside. It's a 2-all return. Not enough. Zulika from the outside. That carom perfectly thrown to score. 5 points for Zulika here in our third set. He's got a possible set and a possible match point.
So, though I know he lost the point, that rebote was something else. That rebote by Manu, high, just under the overhead screen. Maybe a foot or two, maybe a foot under the overhead screen, carrying almost wall to wall.
That was, yeah.
That was just
his
beautiful.
power is just crazy.
But the accuracy.
And consistently, I mean, he flirts with the overhead screen, but for the amount of flirting he does to not ever get
exactly to touch it
stuck up there, that's quite impressive. Well, that backhand caught the overhead screen. Point, set, and match. Zulika takes it in 3 sets, winning the final 2, 6-0, 6-0. Wow, a 12-point run across 2 sets, and Zulika comes back to win the match. Game day tied up through 2 matches. 1 point for Bueno in that singles win, 1 point for Zulika for that singles win. Take another look here. Rebote right into the corner. 2-all. Not enough. I mean, Zulika barely outside the boundary line. Sufficient space to throw the carom into score. Chargers even it up, 1-1. Game day score, dead even through the first 2 matches. Chargers looking to make their way up the standings and contend with the Renegades for the #1 seed. And you got the Cyclones down there fighting for a playoff spot, but still very much in the mix at this point in the season. About a third of the regular season still left, so a lot of time for these teams to get back in it. We saw the Devils had just single-digit points a couple game days ago, and now look at where they are, right in the mix as well. But how about Zulika there? Haven't seen many runs like that in singles, particularly in this division.
He just played, well, just now was flawless.
Yeah,
I mean,
got hot in set 2, carried it over through the rest of the match, and he won it in 3 sets. Here is Zulika of the Chargers. Zulika, just an awesome performance right there. Manu was very aggressive early on, and then we saw you kind of kick it into high gear to begin set 2. What was the game plan in that first set, and did you sense that, hey, maybe I do have to kick it up a notch here with how aggressive he was?
Yeah, the key was to be alert for any kill shot that he could have thrown from the back, from the front. So I think I was able to read every kill shot. So yeah, hopefully I got them, and I was lucky enough to kill the point after.
Well, awesome performance here, Zulika, tying up the game day. Appreciate the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Flipping over here. Bueno and Rock step in this 5th division doubles match. And Bueno subbing for Ron here. They take on El Barba and Arta. That is the Division 5 doubles team of the Chargers.
when you see a couple of these guys on the court, especially Barba, you know it's going to be fun.
El Barba and Arta just 1-4 so far this regular season. And this Bueno and Rock team, they're undefeated actually in Division 6 at 5-0, but playing up a rank here, see how they can do.
Bueno serves, we begin. Rock on the catch, backhand from the 12 line. El Barba with a tip ball down low at the 7. First point goes to Bueno and Rock.
Again, with El Barba, you just got to see how he comes out. And wears his heart on his sleeve, so, I mean, not a very active first point there, just a tip ball on the inside if they can pick it up.
Good catch and a nice return there by Arta. Rock down low, backhand from the 10 line. Here's El Barba from the 7. Rock calls for the catch, makes the play from the 12 line, big bounce. Here's Arta, backhand from the 10. Wall to wall from the left side, rebote on the sidewall, saved by Bueno. Here's Arta. What a catch by Rock. Low and inside, and scoring. 2 points for Bueno and Rock of the Cyclones. Bueno has the serve.
And for a backcourt, Arta's as aggressive as you're going to see in any division here. And with the struggles early on from El Barba, I would expect Arta to start to pick it up here in the backcourt with a couple more shots.
Beautiful catch by Rock. Here's the backhand from behind the 13 line. El Barba's there. El Barba puts it to the inside. Rebote dying off the back wall, not coming out to be played. El Barba and Arta are on the board with a point. El Barba will have the serve. Yeah, that one. Rock's communication has gotten progressively better with his partners. In that case, he needed to take that rebote for himself, keep it in the backcourt. Bueno will try to do it, but it fell a foot short of where he was. Beautiful catch by Rock. Here's the backhand. Arta from the 12 line. Backhand to the inside. Rock on the catch. Here's Arta from the 10. Forehand goes back. Rebote. Forehand saved by Bueno. Barba attacks at the 6 line. Hard to the inside. Scooped by Bueno. Cortada by Bueno. Will score. Well played. 3 points for Bueno and Rock. Bueno has the serve for the Cyclones.
Like you're seeing the Cyclones play the ball low to the inside. And that's a tough catch for El Barba to make up there as it crosses the side wall and forcing Arta to take a few extra steps up to make that catch too, which is not easy. Softer touch on the forehand than we're used to seeing. That's a good scoop by Bueno, but you see low and hard right there, contact with the side wall, and that's just a one-handed stab by Arta to just try to make a play.
You're right, just really well done. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall comes out, played from the forehand of Bueno. Rock at the back wall, nice catch, brings it over the top. Arta, backhand from the 9 line to the inside. Rock's there. Rock from the 11 line, powerful backhand. Arta deep in the backcourt. Rebote forehand. There's a catch by El Barba. 2-all. Will score. 2 points for El Barba and Arta. El Barba has the serve. So Bueno was going for doing his best Ikeda imitation for catching it between his legs or behind his back. In this case, he just overran it. Yeah. El Barba threw more of a split placement than straight to the outside. Oh. Ball tipped in the backcourt. Excellent serve by El Barba, scoring. We're all tied up 3 points apiece. El Barba has the serve for the Chargers.
Yeah, and Rock's been starting a little deep on some of these serves. I mean, back at the 11, and then he's charging up there to try to take it on the left side. So you make the adjustment now, up a line further now, and moving up as El Barba serving.
Ball under serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Bueno picks the serve. Elo scores. Outside placement scoring for Bueno and Rock. Bueno has the serve.
Well, we haven't seen Bueno really open it up with the shots, and no reason to. Play the ball to the inside, but look at this. Winds it up, the Filo. Costado straight to the outside, and El Barba not close to that one.
Good catch by Arta in the backcourt. He goes wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand. There's a backhand. Catch by Arta. Arta faked the 2-all. Comes with the Costado. High scoop completely missed. Arta has that rebote clean at the 9 line.
Good save.
Here's Bueno in the backcourt. Backhand by Rock to the outside. Arta catches it in the air. Drop shot. Midcourt. Bueno's on it. Powerful forehand by Bueno. Rebote forehand by Arta. Rock has it, dropped it. That's a 4th point for El Barba and Arta. 4-4 is the score. El Barba serves.
Yeah, I mean, Bueno had that ball on his right side at what seemed about the 3 line and just tried to pass with it. You know, they've been having great success keeping those forehands lower to the inside. You give him an extra play on it, you saw what happened. I mean, Arta missed it clean the first way, but off the back wall, he was there, kept the rally going, and ultimately got the point.
Here's the forehand by Rock. Backhand by Arta inside. Rock goes to the 13 line, makes a beautiful catch. Here's El Barba midcourt, backhand. Bueno's there, backhand from the 8 line. Here's Arta. Rebote forehand save. Did not have the distance.
Short.
5 points for El Barba and Arta, possible set point.
Look, I'll say, through this first couple points, wasn't feeling optimistic for the Chargers side, but El Barba's turned it around. Arta giving good support here in the back, which is what we've seen this season. Also haven't really seen him open it up either. I mean, this is an offensive-minded team for the Chargers. They're not going to outcatch anybody. Just going to try to kill the point. So far, I've only got 1 2-wall and a 5-4 lead.
Rebote forehand by El Barba. Here's Arta on the backhand. Rock had it, dropped it. Point and set for El Barba and Arta, taking the first set 6-4. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set.
How about that? Chargers coming back, taking that first set 6-4. Down early, but they fought their way back.
Look, El Barba is always a mixed bag. I mean, that's just the best way to put it. There are days where he doesn't drop a ball and he gets that cortada serve working, and all of a sudden, boom, they win.
Absolutely.
And you can't tell day to day. You can't tell day. There are other days where it's, you know, like maybe he's considering doing something else for a living. I'm not sure. Yeah. But today seemed to have kind of a bit of a slow start, but made a couple good catches. Bueno's been spot on. His court positioning was impeccable. Chargers get the first set. He's baking cookies again. That's it.
Man,
he's baking cookies again. That's what it is. We should point out to folks that it is cold in here. I mean, truth be told, we're happy to have the AC, but it is chilly in here. Battle Court is a cold place.
What are we watching? He goes double glove into the water. Oh, gotta love El Barba.
Oh, there's no question that he provides as much entertainment for the management and his fellow players. That's why just yes. No, just kidding. Once again, you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. Getting ready to begin our obligatory second set. Scoring in Battle Court, first team to win 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. First set goes to El Barba and Arta. Bueno and Rock will be serving to start things off in the second set.
Arta well ahead of the other players in Division 5s in terms of 2-wall kills. Arta has 8 this season as a backcourter. The next closest is Goanaga in Division 5. He plays up at the front. He's only got 5. Shows you how aggressive this team usually is. Didn't really see that in set 1. Maybe they'll break it out here in set 2. Bueno and Rock, they have the serve.
There's a serve by Bueno. We begin. Catch by Bueno. Backhand from the 8 line. Powerfully thrown, but touching the overhead screen. That's out of play. First point for El Barba and Arta of the Chargers. El Barba serves. Good catch by Rock. Backhand thrown powerfully, caught by El Barba. There's a backhand by Arta, caught by Rock deep in the backcourt. Arta again, backhand to the inside. Robote, that rebound off the back wall, played by Bueno. Here's El Barba. Backhand by Rock. Rock again, fine catch. Backhand from the 11 line. Arta's there. Robote. Robote forehand just above the pad. El Barba reaches in. Placement to the inside, but Bueno's there. Bueno's 2-all. El Barba got it on the right side. Flips it back in. Big bounce. Controlled and returned. And scoring from the left side of Rock. Well done. We're all tied up. 1-1.
Boy, El Barba had the 2-all right there and just threw it right back to Bueno. Yeah, right here. I mean, Bueno was trapped inside. He was not going to get to any 2-all. This one almost gets by. Good defense first time around. How about this catch by Rock, though?
Yeah, that's just keep it away from Bueno. And
then the backhand 2-all, hard to react in time, just missed. Critical point for the Cyclones to tie it up early on in set 2.
Low hard backhand caught in the air by Bueno. It's backhand by Arta. Catch by Bueno. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Bueno.
Oh, what a save.
Beautiful save on that Robote. Arta reads it well, winds up, fakes the 2-all. 2 players going in. Bueno calls for it, has it. Split placement. It's caught by Arta. Arta fortunately did not take El Barba's head off, which we all appreciate. Here's the catch by Arta. Low and hard to the inside. Scoop missed. Point for El Barba and Arta. Wow. Yeah, I don't normally say. Normally I say that stuff off, but we've got executive producer Lindsay yelling at me all the time. Say it, say it, say it. So I said it. He almost killed him.
Oh man. I mean, 2 Cyclones running for it. Good communication to avoid each other. And
you
then
see someone winding up, and it's like, oh, man, or do they see the person in front of them? Because you don't know.
And sometimes guys like to go with the sidearm forehands with a player to their right, and it's scary from back here.
It is.
Yeah, we
It is. There's no question about it.
We don't really see how close. We just see it sail right by their head. And
we sense
that's unsettling.
Yeah.
Right?
Excellent serve by El Barba scores. That's 3 points for El Barba and Arta. El Barba's got the serve.
Got another ace here. I mean, El Barba in Division 6 is the leader in the roster in terms of aces. Division 5 doesn't have as much success, but still, that same type of serve going to give these 6th-ranked backcourters trouble.
Bueno picks the serve. 2-all. Split placement stopped by El Barba. El Barba's 2-all lands in. Stopped by Bueno. Bueno's carambola caught by Arta.
Wow, what a grab.
Here's Rock on the catch. Backhand from the 11 line. Arta down low. Backhand from the 10. Robote, that rebound off the back wall. Played low and inside. El Barba gets in there, makes a fine catch. Here's Rock. Beautiful scoop by Arta in the backcourt. Ball ruled to have touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. That's 2 points for Bueno and Rock. Bueno has the serve.
There are a couple shadows up there, and depending on where you're standing on the court, you might not be able to see. We have a pretty good view of the overhead screen back here, and I can definitively say that one hit.
Arta on the catch, backhand to the inside. Robote forehand by Bueno. Arta steps in, backhand from the 8. Bueno going down low to try to make that save. Good effort by Bueno. That point goes to El Barba and Arta. El Barba will serve.
The Magic City bounce off the sidewall into the Chula is not one that you're going to survive very often. And that's just a tough break for the Cyclones. Rock lining it up to his left, kick across to his right, and then just didn't make its way out to Bueno. I mean, Really just a bad break there. Nothing you can do about it.
You always, it's not just something that you want to do. It's not just something to say, one of those folksy things in highlight to say, always catch the ball in the air, always keep your eye on the ball, always catch the ball in the air. But you really do want to catch the ball before it bounces. Bueno going for the serve has a tip ball at 5 points for El Barba and Arta. This is possible set and possible match point.
This is a big point for the Chargers if they can close out this match.
And that's Bueno's like first mistake.
Yeah, I mean, not many up there this season.
He's been playing mistake-free highlight all day today.
Having to play a rank up, trying just a little bit too much in this one hasn't worked in their favor.
Ball over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Fine serve by El Barba. Here's Rock. Mid-wall placement. Arta's there. Arta on the backhand. Low and hard to the inside. Bueno's there. Backhand. There's the backhand by Arta. Caught on the forehand of Bueno. Excellent catch by El Barba. Here's the backhand. Rock from the 12 line. El Barba had it on the left side, dropped it. That's a 3rd point for Bueno and Rock. Of the Cyclones, Bueno has the serve.
I mean, that's well off the wall, coming straight to El Barba's left side. I mean, if anybody in the 6th division want to get in there, it is El Barba for that exact shot. He's got a good left side, a couple shots. Just have to secure that catch.
Excellent serve by Bueno will score. That ace brings them to 4 points. El Barba and Arta still with possible match point. Yeah, Bueno seemed to get a bit fired up after that missed ball on the forehand and the serve.
Oh, this one.
Yeah, that's a perfect serve.
Line. Right on the wall, dropping beneath the cesta.
Excellent catch by Arta. There's backhand, low bullet, caught by Bueno. Arta from the 11 line, backhand to the inside. Here's Rock, fine catch, backhand from the 11. To the corner it goes, Arta's there. Scoop by Arta. Powerful backhand, Rebote coming out. Excellent catch by Arta, 2-all. Stopped by Bueno. Bueno, carambola, scooped, but missed.
Wow.
5-5, so this is set point for Bueno and Rock. Match point for El Barba and Arta.
Well, that's a great catch here by Arta, and it looked like that 2-all was going to open up. I mean, that's a great stop by Bueno. Just tracks it down, and then this forehand kicking up and missed.
Let's see what happens here. Will it be a 3rd set? Will the Chargers put one up on the board for the game day?
Oh, he's got the
El
serve.
Barba took the serve, puts it inside. Oh, look at Rock. Here's a backhand. Beautiful catch by Arta. Backhand thrown powerfully. Rebote for Bueno. Bueno makes the rebote. Catch by Arta. Arta hard to the inside. Here's Rock. Rock from the 13 line over the top. Arta's there. Backhand from the 11. To the inside. Rebote. Forehand by Bueno. Catch by Arta on the right side. Hard to the inside he goes. Rock is there with another fine catch over the top. Here's the backhand by Arta. Low and hard and caught by Bueno. Bueno on the backhand. What a catch by Arta. Arta backhand 2-all. Scooped up by Bueno. Juggling on the catch of Bueno. Point, set, and a hard-fought match for El Barba and Arta. Taking it in straight sets, 6-4, 6-5.
Boy, in the end, that backhand 2-all closes it out for the Chargers. El Barba and Arta 6-4, 6-5. They get the win in straight sets. Chargers retake the lead on the game day, 2.5 points to 1 for the Cyclones. Up next, 2nd division doubles. Fonda and Amigorena. The return of Amigorena. They take on Iturbide and Benny. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one. Game day score reflecting those 2.5 points now for the Chargers, 1 point for the Cyclones. Season totals updated accordingly. 43 for the Chargers, still 31.5 for the Cyclones. We're going to hear from the winning team, Barba and Arta, picking up their second win in this fall 24 regular season. And in that matchup against Bueno and Rock, one of the better 6th Division teams, that was a tough one. Almost slipped away, but they were able to close it out on that decisive 11th point in set number 2. There they are, Barba and Arta. I'm going to start with Arta. You went for that backhand 2-wall at 5-5 there. You're one of the more aggressive players and one of the more aggressive teams in Battle Court. What went through your mind in deciding to go for it there?
Yeah, I mean, I was throwing a good, hard, low runners to the inside, and Bueno was there all the time. Like, he was making some amazing catches on the sidewall. So I figured that if he was in the inside, he was not in the outside. So that's why I took that shot.
It worked out very well. Barba, a couple misses early on, but you were able to settle into this match. How much more comfortable were you in that second set compared to the first?
Actually, I was more comfortable in the first set. When we got up like 5 to whatever it was,
yeah.
I started to get nervous. And
sure.
So, yeah, I was actually more relaxed in the first set. And I don't know, I hate getting up like 5-2.
But hey,
something does it to me, you know, like
okay.
I got the jibs or something.
So you guys got the win, able to close it out. Congrats, big win for your Chargers team. Thank you, guys.
All right,
Thank you.
Ready to go here with second division doubles. Iturbide and Benny against Fonda and Amigorena. Good to have Amigorena into the backcourt, returning for the Cyclones. We haven't really seen much of this second division team for the Cyclones. Good to have them back together. There's a serve. We begin. Amigorena, good catch off the sidewall. Backhand. Low runner. Stopped by Iturbide. Amigorena, low runner inside again. Benny backs up to the 13, pulls it in. Any good stop off the sidewall. Another backhand. Fonda stops us at the 10. Benny on the forehand. Playing it inside. Here's Amigorena. Offside Bote. Fonda looking to cut it off. He does. Drops it just above the pad. Benny steps up. Launches the return. Fonda stays up there at the 6 line. Bote cut off by Benny. Backhand narrowly clears Iturbide up at the 6. Bote powered inside, cut off by Fonda. There's the backhand. Benny stops another. Benny now from the 11 line, that backhand. Pulled in by Amigorena from up at the 10 line. That's a powerful throw. Overhead, that's Benny. Catch off the sidewall by Fonda. Backhand lobbed up on the numbers. Benny's there. Amigorena back beyond the 13 line. Benny stops another. Benny, a little extra power behind that one. It passes. Robote right back to the forehand of Benny. Cut off by Fonda. There's the backhand out to the middle of the court. Benny keeps it on the left side. High Coasty. Ooh, Fonda was stuck inside, caught it in the air. Drop shot to the inside of a soft touch from the Costado. Either way, it scores. First point goes to Fonda and Amigorena.
No real such thing as a typical play there in highlight, but that is how most highlight plays develop. Catch, throw, catch, throw, catch, throw, volleying amongst the players until you see one of the players sees an opening, takes the shot.
Low runner to the inside. Amigorena runs around it, turns the rebote. Here's Iturbide, inside placement, backing up. Amigorena scooped it. Benny back there at the 11, powerful throw, kicking up and out. Rebote forehand, save to the inside, cut off by Iturbide. Long costado, Amigorena steps up before the second bounce. Amigorena just beyond the 11, high hard throw, that's out. Iturbide tracks it down, whips it inside, that's caught off the side wall. Low runner, back to Benny. Benny from the 11, high and hard, looking to pass. Amigorena steps back in the corner to cut it off. Oh, bullet, stopped again. Here's Amigorena from the left side. Backhand clears. Rebote on the wall, saved by Iturbide. It comes up the middle. No runner. Ooh, let it pass. Benny, not a lot of time. Makes a scoop in the backcourt. To catch off the sidewall now by Fonda. Benny's low runner, taken in again. Fonda trying to pass. Benny steps back. Good catch crossing the sidewall deep. Back in, comes out low. Iturbide into the costado. It's a drop shot. Not the first, not the second bounce. Fonda's two wall. Ooh, he's out. First point for Iturbide and Benny. We're tied up.
Yeah, that shot out. I mean, decidedly aggressive play there by Fonda. Just open wide. Really want to see this team of Iturbide and Benny utilize their skills. I mean, Benny's going to catch all day in the back. Iturbide, if he starts killing it, it'll be a very difficult team.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up.
To beat. Now, he was grabbing his arm the other day, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. And then
He
back
just
here again.
He just did again.
Second serve is good. Amigorena, low runner inside. Whoa, what a catch. Crossing late by Iturbide.
Wow.
Amigorena back in the corner, backhand. That caught the screen. That is out of play. Second point for Iturbide and Benny.
It's good to see Amigorena back. I mean, just such power on that left side. A little too much there.
Iturbide back in position, cuts it off along the inside. Oh, runner. Oh, what a stop by Fonda. Able to control it and pass. Rebote dropped at the feet of Fonda. He steps up to it. Inside placement. Benny's there. Good read. Hard backhand. This one's coming out. Fonda alone for the rebote. Powers it off the side wall. Benny has to make a save of his own. Right back to the costado of Fonda. Harder to the inside. Elevated it. Benny stopped it in the air.
What a
Amigorena
catch.
committed to the catch. Drops it in the inside. There's Iturbide.
Looked like they all just shifted into another gear. Look at that
Benny
catch.
back there at the 13. His backhand just out of reach of Fonda. Amigorena steps up. Low runner just above the pad. Here's Benny. Benny high and hard. Stopped by Amigorena. Comes out of the corner. Back to Benny. Benny at the 12. Hard to the inside. Catch by Fonda. There's the backhand. Iturbide tracks it down over the 6. Hard to the inside. Backing up. Amigorena scooped it up. Iturbide comes flying in. There's the backhand up at the 9. Here's Amigorena, just beyond the 11. Puts it to the inside. Great catching here by the backcourters. Benny flying in there at the 13, comes away with it. Backhand 2-wall, scooped up by Iturbide. The carom.
Caught the pad.
That caught the pad. Any part of that pad is bad. 2-2. We're tied up. Cyclones serve.
Yeah, Iturbide with kill shots off the left side. The costado is just flawless. I don't know that I've seen him throw a lot of caroms, actually. That one just catching the pad, which is out of play.
I usually don't see him throw. I mean, mostly left side.
Yes.
Oh, that is an ace crossing the side wall. 3-2. Benny from the left side. There's the backhand. Robote forehand. Cut off by Iturbide. What a catch. Low bullet. Amigorena steps up. Got it at the 11. Backhand. Picked off along the inside. Iturbide high and hard now. Robote comes shooting out on the wall. Laid up. Fonda gets this to the backcourt. Benny now winds it up. Powerful forehand. Crossing. Ooh, caught off the wall by Amigorena. Great play. Robote shoots out. Say to the inside of Fonda's there again. The backhand lobbed up. Benny, leaping catch. Amigorena back there at the 12, trying to get it past Benny. Pulled the cess out at the last second. There's Iturbide with the Robote. Fonda, splitter.
What a catch.
One-handed grab into the drop
What
shot.
placement.
Dropped in to
Well done.
score. What a play by Iturbide back at 3-3. Chargers serve.
Tremendous play by all four players again. Pace of play is pretty fast. Beautiful catch here by Iturbide. Drops it back inside. Well done.
Amigorena from the 11, blasted into the corner. There's Benny. Benny there at the 13, backhand to the inside, picked up by Amigorena. Another bullet, Benny steps up, launches it. This is coming out a long way. Fonda takes off, it's on the wall. Good save on the back end, right back to Benny. Benny now the low runner. Fonda cuts it off, nice play. Benny's at the 12. High and hard, Robote coming out. Fonda tracks it down, returns it with a big bounce. Benny has to wait for it at the 12 line, rather. Sidearm throw, cut off in the air. Here's Amigorena. Right back to Benny, just beyond the 11. Hard throw, not past Amigorena. He's there in the corner. Fonda, low runner. Iturbide comes cross court, has it again. His return. Step by Fonda. Splitter. Iturbide tracks it down, throws a two-wall to score. It's another one, 4-3 lead now for the Chargers.
Yeah, Iturbide is absolutely lethal from that left side. That's what we were just talking about before. You give it to him on the costado, he can kill it from almost anywhere on the court. He reaches back here once again, like we saw him do earlier. This time the two-wall, beautifully executed.
Oh, Fonda's got the serve into the carom.
Beautifully done.
That scores. 4-4 is the score. Cyclone serve.
Don't know that I've seen Fonda pick the serve and throw a two-wall, but that was really well done. Yeah, look at this catch. Great catch. Scopes out where his opponents are, throws the two-wall. Beautiful execution by Fonda.
Amigorena from the 11, low runner inside, that drops, comes shooting out. Well, it's a tough save by Iturbide. Fonda, though's got it on the forehand at the 4, 3-wall. Ooh, kicks out of play. That gives Iturbide and Benny 5 points. They have a possible set point.
See, that was a decidedly good effort by Fonda, but there was no one better on the roster to assess whether or not that's going to land in or out besides Benny. He practices with Douglas all the time, and Douglas's throw that three-wall, flirts with the line back here. Benny sees it every day.
Benny along the inside, there's the backhand. Amigorena, right back to Benny. What a powerful throw, shoots off the back wall. Robote turned high off the front wall, back to the left side of Iturbide. Amigorena, flying catch. Low runner on the numbers. What a grab there by Benny. Backhand inside. Caught overhead. Here's Benny back beyond the 13. Looking to pass. Amigorena steps back into the corner. Benny, low runner. Picked off by Fonda. Backhand comes in hard. Benny, a little up the wall and down with the ball.
Great catch again by Benny.
Backhand two-wall. Missed on the bounce. Cyclones have brought it to 5-5. This is set point.
The pace of play would indicate that if these guys are keeping up with each other, which they are, you would get to 5-4, 5-3, one side or the other. The fact that it's 5-5, no surprise.
Well, Benny's got that serve. Backhand, high and hard. Big bouncer, turn to the inside. Oh, what a catch by Iturbide. There's the backhand. Out to the right side of Amigorena. He comes over the top. Iturbide lets it pass. Benny controls it on the bounce. Robote forehand, tracked down by Fonda. He just lays it up. Iturbide from the left side. Oh, bullet caught off the sidewall. Amigorena. Oh, runner again. There's Iturbide with a great catch. Oh, Fonda comes flying in. The backhand just does clear. Iturbide up with a four-line, whips it overhead. That's passing. Robote for Fonda. He's all alone to make the play. Benny steps up. Low runner inside, picked off the sidewall. Here's Amigorena. Benny makes the catch. Backhand up at the 11. That's picking up and out. Robote tracked down at the 6. Powered inside. Catch again by Benny off the sidewall. The backhand. Oh, that's somehow cleared. Robote forehand to the outside. That is...
We're waiting for a call.
We are waiting for a call by the officials. Ball ruled out. Point and set to the Chargers. But that call has been challenged by the Cyclones. Ball was ruled out as thrown by Fonda. We are in a replay review. And this would be a case, it looked like that if that throw is ruled in, it would have been a clean winner, but we're going to have to see the replay to confirm. So this could be a situation, I believe it'll be a situation where you can award a point either way.
As opposed to replaying
As opposed to replaying the point. Look, I thought I got a good look at it live. It's here in the back, Stu. We have a better look back here, and it looked like it caught the line. And after some discussion, that's what the referees determined. But we're going to see. Oh, wow, that's so close.
So the question here is, does it have any contact with that red line? Does it have any contact with that red line?
It's right on the line. That's what I thought we saw.
That touches the line.
Yeah.
That's out.
It makes it pretty easy when the white shows up on the red, but that ball has to land completely in the court of play, and I think that the Cyclones are recognizing that
hits the red.
Their fate.
That's out.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty clear look. I was going to say, Stu, I thought I saw white on red, not white on black. It's harder to see that, but you can clearly see from our view, a little red, and that was actually a full spot on the red. No, it doesn't look like that ball actually touched any part of the court. But
still under
we
review,
don't make the call, so it's still under replay review. We saw a couple of looks at it. And again, this is a 5-5 point, so they just want to make sure that they get it right here, and obviously taking as many looks as they need. Again, the ball has to land completely in the court of play. If that ball mark touches any part of the red line, it is out.
Which it did. It
pretty
clearly hits the red.
It's hard from this angle. That's not the view. That's the view right there. And there was another angle. You see that white mark appear on the line.
That
yeah, right here, you're going to see, and one thing we do have to clear up, we don't get the exact same views as the replay. So we get one person controlling our replays, another one giving the replays to the chief judge, but it's a pretty clear look. Chief judge has made the call. The ball is ruled out. Point goes to the Chargers. Point and set to the Chargers. They win 6-5.
That's what you want. You want clarity, and we had clarity there. Clarity after review, but you need to see it. Highlights one of those things where it can't touch part of the line. It can't almost be, no, it's if any part of the ball touches the line. And it's kind of a happy accident that we have where the ball leaves a mark. That wasn't something done by intent, but it turned out that way, and we're glad that it did.
Yeah.
Once again, you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing the 4th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day, just completing the first of at least 2 sets. Scoring in Battle Court, first team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. Focus there on the Chargers. Ebid on the left. Benny without the helmet. Getting some feedback from Zulika, frequently his partner. Benny played phenomenal in this last set. Catching balls beautifully in the backcourt. Court positioning has been spot on excellent. Just tremendous play by the youngest member of Battle Court. One Ben Langhans. Here we are with the veterans. Fonda and Amigorena having made a significant adjustment to this court in the second half of 2024 for Fall Battle Court. With 10 seconds to go, we see Ebid and Benny already on the court front and Amigorena making their way out there.
Set 2 ready to begin. Fonda and Amigorena have the serve. There's the serve. It's picked. The 2-wall. Oh, what a stop by Fonda. The carambola. Oh, there. And a rule
Juggling.
of second bounce.
Juggling.
Oh, juggling was the call. Juggling the call. Point 2, the Cyclones.
Yeah, there was a lot of frenetic activity happening very quickly. Well, by definition, I said frenetic, so it's very quickly. But yeah, Benny came up on that. It's a good catch by Fonda. And here's Benny. Ball comes, he got it before the second bounce, but
He's actually screened. I don't think he could see the juggle there.
We
It
couldn't
looks
see
like
the
it popped
juggle,
out.
yeah.
Yeah. Fault under serve. Second serve coming up. Yeah, and Benny immediately put the hand up to the ref. He was contending the second bounce call, but not contesting the juggling.
He said,
All
was
right.
the juggling that you were
Okay.
talking
All
about?
right.
Yeah,
You
that's
got
okay.
me.
Yeah, I did do that.
Benny handles that serve. Backhand to the inside, crossing. What a stop by Amigorena. Benny back there at the 12, high and hard, looking to pass. Here's the rebote. Forehand, played inside. Benny's there. Benny comes over the top. Looking to cross the sidewall. Amigorena now has to play the rebote. He's got it. Back to the costado of Ebid. Hard inside, that's scooped by Amigorena. Old bullet caught in the air by Benny. Benny looking to pass. Amigorena steps back. Fonda there at the 9 line. Backhand sticks inside. That's a good catch by Benny. High hard throw. Here's the rebote. Fonda just does clear. Good catch. Benny from the left side. Low runner. There's Amigorena. Ran over the top. Ebid cuts it off. Ebid with the drop shot. Got the first bounce, not the second. Fonda whips it to pass. Ebid comes back. Good communication. The Chargers keep it going and score on the return. Well played point. We're tied up 1-1.
I do believe this is the best I've ever seen Fonda play. It shows that he's adjusted to the court, taken him almost a full year to make that adjustment through a few seasons of Battle Court. But this is the best that we've seen this veteran play.
Oh, Fonda's got the serve. Outside placement. Got him.
Wow, that happened quick.
2-1 lead for the Cyclones.
Yeah, I just looked up. Here's the catch. An outside placement. So Fonda's taken one serve on the forehand and thrown a carom, 2-all. And there he took the serve on the forehand and threw outside placement. You don't see many front quarters taking the serve on the right side. It's bold.
Under serve, first fault, second serve for Fonda. Iturbide straight into the drop shot. Fonda gets there, actually on the right side. Ooh, but threw it right back to Benny. Benny's carom is in and scoring. Well thrown along the inside. And ties it up 2-2.
Yeah, you see there that's so much of highlight is mental. I mean, we do allow for the scooping or what they call bote corrido of the serve, as long as you're standing between the 4 and 7 line. That is pretty unique to battle court. When it doesn't score, you get frustrated. That was the case there. Benny came in, saved the day.
Bote left side. Ooh, what a scoop by him. Fonda back inside, that scores. Great catch and throw. Cyclones retake the lead, 3-2.
Again, this is an aggressive style of play by Fonda that
I mean, this is some of the best we've seen him play in the front. I mean, maybe the best.
I believe for me, it's the best.
I mean, his catching is incredible. I mean, that's what's most impressive. I mean,
no question about it.
Hasn't really missed one up there yet. Iturbide picks a serve hard to the inside. Amigorena stands in and scoops it up. Then he ducks. Iturbide comes back for the rebote, makes the save for Fonda. Hard to the inside, backing up, and he scooped it up. Amigorena from the 12 line. There's a backhand. Shooting off the back wall, played by the right side of Iturbide. Caught. Amigorena back to Iturbide at the 8. Amigorena calls him off. There's the backhand. Comes out to the right side of Benny. And he winds it up. Sidearm play, cut off in the air off the sidewall. Split placement. Iturbide's there. The 2-wall is in. 3-3. Tied up.
Again, flirting with that line. That
that's good.
That very much in. But the ball is moving so fast. I mean, that's what highlight is all about. Fast balls.
Iturbide, left side of Bote. Cut off in the air. Here's Fonda, another carom. Ooh, not enough on this one. Carom returned by Iturbide. Not enough. Fonda returns another carom. That one scores. Great point for Fonda. And Amigorena lead 4-3. Well, another carom here. First one,
tremendous.
Not opening up enough. Second one, not opening up enough. How about the third? Just enough here. Oh,
just off,
tipped.
off the frame. Had to be thinking about his throw.
Had to. Benny, that backhand crosses, caught by Amigorena. He launches it. Iturbide stays up at the 6 line, turn to the inside, caught by Amigorena. Benny now at the 10, low runner, was stopped up overhead. Order to the inside, pulled in by Benny. He's trying to get that one to pass. He does. Fonda tracks it down, puts it inside. Benny, good pick up high on the left side. Backhand on the wall, stopped by Fonda. Beautiful rebote. Fonda all alone. Saves it from the left side. Benny attacks. He's up at the 8. Forehand over the top. Off the wall, Amigorena handles. Benny with another catch. Right side, this one a little closer to the wall.
Catch.
Amigorena, no problem, still comes away with it. Left side Bote, play to the inside, back it up, he makes the scoop. Hard throw, opens up to the outside, Benny gets there. bullet. What a catch by Iturbide. There's the backhand along the wall. Stopped by Amigorena deep in the backcourt. Whoa, what a catch again by Fonda. Back to Benny. He's up at the 11. Little runner takes a bounce up off the floor. Fonda still there. Iturbide from the costado inside placement. Amigorena stepped up, caught that in the air. Little bullet. Oh, there's Benny flying at the 13 line. Rebote forehand laid up. Iturbide looking to attack. He's got it. Inside placement on the bounce. Here's the rebote saved by Amigorena. Benny charging up from the backcourt. He's got it at the 9. Rebote again. This one just does make contact with the front wall. The splitter scores for Iturbide. 4-4 is the score. Chargers serve.
The highlight is just magnificent. This is absolutely beautiful play by all 4 players. Benny with, 5 years of total professional highlight experience. Fonda currently in his 24th year, I believe it is. It's just seeing Benny hanging in there with these guys is just so special to watch. Fonda having an amazing day. Amigorena coming back from injury, spot on, making some great catches and powerful throws.
Wow, what a grab. Amigorena handles the serve. Backhand cut off on the inside. Here's Iturbide. Low runner. Amigorena just beyond the 11. Cut by Iturbide. Iturbide a little bit higher. This comes, high off the back wall. Played on the rebote. Benny waits on it. Makes the catch. Backhand. Low runner. Caught in the air. Amigorena just did enough. Caught the step up. Here's the backhand. Stopped again overhead. This one a little closer to the side wall, and Benny snatches it in. Another bullet. Benny at the 11 line. Hard throw along the wall. Amigorena back there to make the catch. Iturbide goes up. Takes the backhand. To Amigorena. Rebote high to the inside. Big bounce. Controlled. Amigorena. Big backhand now, out a long way. Iturbide stops up at the 6, whips it inside, catch by Amigorena. Backhand to wall is too low.
Not his shot. I can understand him wanting to finish it, but just not his shot.
5 points for Iturbide and Benny. They have a possible set and a possible match point. Oh, what a stop there by Amigorena to keep it going. Benny from the left side, backhand from the 12. Pulled in, here's Amigorena.
That was such a great catch.
Iturbide up at the 8, blast the backhand, that's out of reach. Not a lot on it, diving save. Iturbide couldn't get there. Benny from the backcourt. Backhand played at the 9. Here's Amigorena. This one's dropping. Iturbide got to get in there. Plays it up overhead. Fonda, good control. The backhand passes. Left side rebote. Iturbide slows it down. Amigorena picks it up. Backhand controlled by Benny. Benny straight to the inside. Oh my, what a grab by Fonda. Back behind him. Low runner. Stopped again. Here's Fonda. Keeps the pressure on. The backhand. Benny goes up. Makes the catch. Forehand crossing. Amigorena ducks. Fonda makes the save. Benny up in front of his face, makes the catch, comes out over the top. Gonna be a tougher rebote. Amigorena all alone, saves it again. Caught in the air by Iturbide, whips it inside. Rebote saved it, keeps it going again. Benny back beyond the 11, hard throw. Rebote's coming out. Fonda to the inside, who caught on the left side of Iturbide into the drop shot. That scores for the win. Point, set, and match, a hard-fought match. Taken in straight sets by the Chargers. Iturbide and Benny 6-5, 6-4.
That is arguably one of the most exciting sets we've seen in Battle Court. Just beautifully played by all 4 players.
Wow, just one shy of the maximum through 2 sets. In the end, the Chargers come away with both. Another 1.5 points for the team. They now have 4 on the game day. They've done enough to secure at least a tie. They'll need to win one of these next 2 matches to get the win. Up next, we have Bueno and Manu against Zulika and Arta. Game day score, a 3-point lead for the Chargers, but with 2 doubles matches left, still a chance for the Cyclones to play their way back into a tie. Chargers creeping closer there to the Renegades for first place.
Here we have the practice in between sets. We have a doubles match coming up next.
Yes, this third division doubles, Bueno and Manu, Zulika and Arta in some practice going. But first, we're going to hear from Iturbide and Benny, winners of that last match, a thriller. Here they are, Iturbide and Benny. When you guys got paired up this season, on paper it looked pretty good. How has that worked out in the matches that you've played so far this season?
Yeah, I think we got off to a little bit of a slow start, losing to Douglas and Manny and Bashir and Ben. But after a few matches, we seemed to be pretty comfortable together.
Yeah, and your opponents, I mean, Fonda and Amigorena, in their second season, they played some of the best we ever seen. What was it like out there with Fonda catching everything and Amigorena playing great in the backcourt in his first match back?
Yeah, I mean, he played really good at Amigorena for his first match since his injury. And that's my first time playing against that team, so it was something new, but playing with Iturbide is always fun. So
Benny's the GOAT.
He said Benny's the GOAT. Is that what we heard? Awesome, Benny. Well, the good thing is
He's
the
not old
announcer's
enough to
jinx
be the
won't
GOAT.
work now. That's your
What
only
is that?
match today, so appreciate it and congrats on the win, guys.
yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to the third division of doubles. Bueno and Manu take on Zulika and Arta.
He's not old enough to be the GOAT. Is he? Can you be the GOAT at that
And
age?
at that age, not many.
Great, no question.
Unless you're like a gymnast. They usually retire by Benny's age. You know, that's probably the only age.
You really are on top of every sport, aren't you? I mean, you really are.
You just see all these people when they're teenagers, then you never hear about them again.
Oh,
You
it's
know,
I'm
just
announcing. That's right. It's
that's
time for
pure
me,
conjecture.
It's time for me to do play-by-play, right?
Contrary to popular belief, I'm not a huge gymnastics guy, but we'll give it a whirl.
I'm shocked. Here's the backhand by Arta to the inside. Manu is there. Backhand from the 11 line. Zulika goes wall-to-wall from the left side. Robote coming out. Backhand. Here is Manu from the 12 line. Arta from the 12 to the inside. Scoop by Manu. Backhand from the 11. Zulika powerfully from the left side. Here's Manu at the back wall. Beautiful backhand. Caught in the air by Arta. Backhand by Arta to the inside. Arta again powerfully wall to wall. Robote coming out. Bueno's there. Bueno sends it back. Arta's there. Powerful backhand. Caught by Manu. Robote forehand by Bueno to the inside. Zulika reaching up and behind him to make that catch. Powerful forehand on the return. Manu, backhand to the inside. Robote forehand by Bueno. Caught in the air by Zulika. Zulika's 2-all. Is good. Zulika and Arta first up on the board. Zulika serves.
And even if they wanted to contest the call, they already used their challenge today. So, again, you get one. If you get it correct, you get to retain that challenge. But
no, and the
once you
backcourt
use
judge
it,
very clearly signaled that it was in.
And typically on those 2 walls, the backcourt judge actually has a better view because the frontcourt judge is somebody trying to get out of the way.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Here's the backhand by Arta to the inside. Manu is there. Backhand from the 11 line. Big backhand. That clears the overhead screen. Robote's at the 7. That ball touched the overhead screen, which is out of play. 1-1. Bueno serves.
And we're praising Zulika's ability to keep that ball below the overhead screen in the first match, just getting away from him right there. I mean, but even when he touches it, I mean, that was
Yeah, it was a
minor.
glance.
I mean, just kind of grazed the net, but any part of that net is out of play.
Here's a backhand by Arta. Manu down low. Backhand from the 12 line to the inside on the wall. Zulika's there. Here's a backhand. Catch by Arta. Here's a backhand by Arta to the inside. Robote, forehand by Bueno. Zulika will let it pass to Arta. Arta has the backhand from the 9 line. Little clip off the sidewall to the forehand of Manu. Zulika calls for the rebote. Plays it from the forehand. Manu's there. Backhand from the 9 line. Manu again. Backhand from the 11. Rebote forehand. Caught by Zulika. Cortada by Zulika. Stopped by Manu. Here's the backhand. Low and hard to the backcourt. Arta's there. Backhand 2-all. Scooped up by Bueno. Carambola by Bueno will score. Well done. 2 points for Bueno and Manu. And Bueno serves.
I mean, such a great shot there by Bueno, choosing the carambola. One of the reasons I like the play is it's just not easy to control kicking back across to the player's right side. Take a look here. Throws it off the front wall first, then the side wall, cuts back outside at a sharp angle. Actually got that one past Zulika to score, so powerfully thrown.
Powerful backhand by Arta. Bueno on the rebote. Arta will take it in the air. Backhand. Wall to wall from the left side of Arta. Here's Bueno. Zulika takes it in the air, winds up. Splitter. Caught in the air by Bueno. Bueno's 2-all. Perfectly executed to score. Beautiful shot by Bueno. He has 3 points.
Yes, it was. Now you figure in this type of matchup, you got Zulika as a #1 ranked player. Bueno is a 5 on his team. You figure that battle's going to go to the Chargers up in the front, but Bueno, not to be denied here, makes the catch close to the boundary line, but you don't want to let it bounce and land in.
You never, I'm going to tell you something, Andrew. I don't think I've said this once. You never want to make generational comparisons. He looked very much like the original 22 throwing that 2-all.
Yeah.
Very much.
That was a great one.
Here's a rebote by Bueno. Zulika lets it pass, turns to save his own rebote. Backhand. Here's Manu to the inside. Arta. Here's a backhand by Manu, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Low runner to the inside. Scoop by Manu. Arta powerfully to the inside. Manu overhead makes the catch. Zulika down from the 8 line. Rebote forehand save. Outside placement by Bueno will score. Well done. 4 points for Bueno and Manu. Bueno has the serve.
Yeah, the right time to throw it, too. I mean, Zulika is one of the more aggressive front quarters on this roster. He's going to be looking to cut back inside to cut the ball off. Every now and again, you have to mix it in to keep the defense honest. You see that little shuffle. I mean, he wasn't even thinking about protecting the outside. Bueno found the space for a 4-1 lead.
Beautifully done. The other thing, too, is you don't want to give that to Zulika on the forehand up at the 4 line.
Yeah.
Rebote forehand by Zulika. Here's Bueno. Backhand from the 7. Caught in the air by Zulika. Zulika split placement will land in and score. Well done. 2 points for Zulika and Arta of the Chargers. Zulika has the serve.
Well, if there's not a lot of space on the court, you got to make the space yourself. He goes for the high costado 2-wall over the head of the opposing front quarter, but out of reach of the opposing back quarter. This is one you don't often see.
Now, I was about to say, when we say split placement, you usually see it going through them about chest level or waist level.
Yeah.
Not over both of their heads.
No.
And landing in perfectly.
That was almost kind of like a 3-wall. Get it over the front quarter, have it hit off the back wall, and open up to score. But
I feel like I want to make a golf reference. You're a golfer, right? Kind of like a perfect chip shot that goes like straight up and lands right on the green a foot from the...
It was, yeah, absolutely. It was.
Thank you. That's my one for the year. Here's the backhand by Manu. In and out of the cess of the ball goes. 3 points for Zulika and Arta. Zulika will have the serve for the Chargers.
You know, that one is right between both players. You'd like to see him just communicate a little bit more. If Bueno's lunging back to try to catch that one above his head, there is a tendency to lose control of that ball in the basket. If Manu can step up or play that off the rebote, much higher chance to keep that rally going.
Backhand by Manu. Powerfully thrown. Rebote. Here's a backhand by Arta. Manu, beautiful catch at the sidewall. Sends it deep. Arta's there. Manu, beautiful catch. Backhand 2-all. Zulika's ready for it. Scoops it up. Fakes the carom. Sends this one high. Manu reads the rebote perfectly. Here's a backhand by Zulika. Manu from the 12 line. Backhand. Rebote's coming all the way out to the 5 line. Turned on the forehand of Bueno. Zulika calls for it. Makes the save. It's midcourt. Backhand by Manu. Low bullet. Scooped up by Arta. That's a point for Zulika and Arta. 4-4 is the score. Zulika serves. Yeah, Manu just seemed to lose track of that ball as it was coming into the corner.
I'll tell you what. There were a couple that he caught that are knuckling back here. I mean, we're already in the first set, and this ball is being thrown hard by all 4 players. If this match goes to a third set, the ball's going to be flying.
And Bueno plays another one right after this?
Yeah, Bueno's coming right back out.
Got to find out what his diet consists of. It's working for him.
A lot of electrolytes. Mix in a water or 2. A couple bananas. They'll be good.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Catch by Zulika. Manu from the 12 line to the inside. Arta's there. Backhand by Manu. Wall to wall from the left side. Along the side wall. Forehand rebote rifled by Zulika. Caught by Manu. Manu with a low bullet. Caught by Zulika. Zulika fakes the 2-all. Midcourt placement. Manu reads it perfect. Hard throw right to the corner. Rebote saved by Zulika. Manu from the forehand. Wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Catch by Manu. Carom by Manu. Zulika makes the catch. What a scoop by Manu. Manu again. Backhand from the 11. Here's Arta. Backhand from the 12. Bueno down low. Backhand from the 8. Here's Arta to the inside. Rebote, that rebound off the back wall. Played from the forehand. Caught by Arta. Manu again. Forehand over the top. Pika, the big bounce, brought down by Manu. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Zulika. Manu is there. Manu, low runner. Arta on the catch, backhand from the 11 line. Arta now from the 10. Manu with another fine catch at the 11. Powerful backhand goes wall to wall.
Oh.
Forehand rebote up to the 6, saved by Bueno. Another powerful rebote, this one coming out. Wow. Bueno's on it with the left side to the inside. Well done. Here's the backhand by Arta. What a catch by Manu.
Wow.
Powerful backhand by Arta. Rebote coming out. Bueno eyes on it. Sends it inside. Beautifully played and caught by Arta. Manu from the 10 line. Powerful backhand. Rebote is coming out. To the sidewall. Zulika makes a save. Blasts it back. Out to the rebote. Bueno's on it. Arta takes it in the air. Backhand to the inside. Here's Manu from the 10 line. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. Wall to wall again. This one a little lower. Bueno makes the save. Scoop by Arta.
Wow.
Powerful backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand by Zulika. Clears the overhead screen. Comes to the 3 line. Turned on the forehand of Bueno. Arta down low. Back to the inside. Manu alone for the rebote. Big bounce to the inside. Arta scoops it up high on the left side. Zulika calls for the rebote. Split placement.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Will score.
Wow.
Such a well-played point by all 4 players. That is 5 points for Zulika and Arta. Tremendous play by all 4 players.
Yeah.
Bueno, Manu, Zulika, and Arta.
Well, it really was, Stu. And an unfortunate kind of end to that point. I mean, just clipped and made its way to the outside as opposed to staying inside. And if you're Bueno, when you don't catch that ball in the air, it's going to take a huge bounce off the floor. That's next to impossible to scoop up. You saw him go for it. Just couldn't bring it in.
Just solid play by all 4 players. Bueno stepping up as the Cyclones continue to deal with some injuries. Possible set point.
Arta.
Here's Manu on the backhand. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. Here's the backhand by Manu to the inside. Here's Arta. Manu's there. Backhand from the 11. Powerful backhand. This rebote on the sidewall, saved by Zulika. Manu, fine rebote play. Zulika lets it pass. Ball's dropped in the backcourt. This set has the score it deserves, 5-5. This is set point.
Boy, it looked like Zulika was going to try to cut that ball off. Arta maybe not expecting that to come to him on the bounce. It just looked like his focus was thrown off a bit because he's caught everything today across 2 matches.
No, you're absolutely right. Arta on the backhand. To the back wall it goes. Out to the rebote. Forehand by Bueno. Caught by Zulika. Manu moves up. Backhand from the 9 line. He lets go of this ball on the backhand. Zulika low and hard. Taken by Manu. Scooped up. Low bullet to the inside. Scooped by Arta. Bueno. Forehand rebote. Catch by Zulika. Zulika's 2-all is out.
Wow.
Point and set for Bueno and Manu. They take the first set 6-5. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
Wow. Had the space there. Looked like he kind of rushed the throw a bit and barely outside of play. 6-5 though. Bueno and Manu take that first set.
I mean, the play has been so aggressive.
Take another look here. Here's the 2-wall. Yeah, it actually lands wide of the boundary. That's well wide.
That's very clearly out.
That line is.
That's very clearly out.
Yeah, inch and a half wide. So if that
yeah, no question about it.
Fits wide of that. That's certainly out of play. Good call by the front court judge up there. 6-5. Cyclones take the first set. And we talked about Manu having a great singles record despite, playing in the backcourt. You don't often see that, especially in Division I. But also in this 3rd division of doubles, too. He and Bueno have been paired up for a couple seasons now. And usually, you got front quarters like Zulika, Douglas, Gaucher. You got guys that are active, aggressive, and killing the point. But this team, each and every season of play, They're one of the best teams in this division. I mean, last year, Stu, they went 8-2 in their 10 matches.
We're proud of basically every member of Battle Court, regardless of team, but some have unique skill sets, and Manu is one of them. I mean, his catching, his court positioning, like we said earlier, and he's able to, if he can move at a slow pace, like he was originally doing with Zulika in that singles match where he did get beat, where it was just more positioning of the ball, and then extremely fast-paced like we saw just now. That ball was flying. Manu was in there, and tremendous job by Bueno. I mean, of all the players on that court, Bueno with the least experience. But you wouldn't know it by watching him up there, right?
I mean, doesn't look like he's playing above his rank at all. Bueno, only fifth division player, getting in this matchup. I mean, Arta Division 4, Manu and Zulika 1s.
Look who he's going up against.
Right. A lot of guys have been, a lot of experience hanging in there. They got the first set, did Bueno Manu 6-5. Set 2, the Chargers will have the serve.
Zulika serves. Our second set has begun. Crossing the sidewall with an ace. Zulika and Arta take the first point. The second set, Zulika serves.
Yeah, I mean, we said this ball is going to be...
Oh, hot?
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Scalding. Yeah. Hot doesn't even begin to describe it.
Literally, when you pick this ball up, it is warm to the touch.
Not just warm,
what
I mean, even hot.
Catch by Manu.
I mean, another one. That's crazy.
Zulika rifles another one. This rebote coming straight out to the inside. Bueno's on it. He hangs in there. Catch by Arta. Forehand by Arta. Manu moving up. Looks for the rebote. Below rebote. Scooped up by Zulika. Zulika powerfully. What a scoop by Manu. Second one in this match. Powerful, powerful backhand. Rebote is going to kick out to the 3-line. Played beautifully by Bueno. Here's Manu. Backhand from the 11. To the corner it goes. Rebote for Zulika. Backhand by Manu. Manu now from the 12 line. Low runner to the inside. Arta picks it up beautifully on the left side. Here's Bueno. Backhand from the 7. Wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Powerful forehand rebote by Zulika. Bueno. Eyes on an outside placement of the forehand rebote. Will score for Bueno. Perfectly executed. Bueno has the serve.
I'll tell you what, Bueno's read the scouting report. I mean, he knows that Zulika's trying to get back in there and throw a 2-wall of his own. He's taken advantage now twice in this match. Once in the first set, beautiful outside placement again.
There is something to be said, and I don't know that I've always felt this way, but, you know, about teaching kids how to swim, you know, you just throw them in the deep end of the pool. It's a thing here in Florida.
Sure, yeah.
You just throw them in the deep end.
I've seen it,
And you keep your eye on them, of course. You have to keep your eye on them. But Bueno's hanging in there beautifully.
Yes,
There's a backhand by Arta. Rebote left side. Catch by Zulika. Kosti to the inside, scooped by Manu. Powerful, powerful backhand follows. Rebote forehand, scoop tipped by Manu. 2 points for Zulika and Arta. Zulika has the serve. And Bueno's been around Jai-Alai a long time, so I'm not, you know, referring to Bueno as a kid, but just by comparison to the professional experience that people on the court around him have.
No doubt.
What a pace of play.
I've never seen the ball fly out of the basket off the rebote quite like we're seeing in this one from both players, too. Bueno, I mean, he's able to pass easily.
You're absolutely right, Andrew. Powerful forehand.
Look at that.
Wall to wall, out to the rebote. Bueno's there. To the inside it goes. Arta makes the catch. Backhand. Low runner. Scoop by Manu.
Goodness.
There's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Beautiful catch by Arta. Powerful backhand on the wall. Stopped by Manu. Here's the backhand. Arta deep in the backcourt. Beautiful catch by Manu off the sidewall. Rebote forehand. Catch by Zulika. Zulika, Costello 2-all is out.
Out.
We're all tied up, 2 points apiece. Bueno has the serve for the Cyclones.
Look, I mean, this Cyclones team, you have to describe them one way or another. You'd probably say defensive-minded more than offensive-minded, and that starts with Bueno defending that 2-all up there. You see Zulika trying to push closer to the boundary line, trying to get it to open up just a little bit more. Hasn't been able to get it by him consistently. Second one now that he's pushed wide in his last few attempts.
There's the backhand. Rebote coming out. Bueno gets in there. He makes the save. Catch by Zulika. Manu, perfect catch at the 10 line. Low bullet. What a tough catch by Arta. Manu from the 11. Backhand. Rebote forehand by Zulika. Kind of floating. Manu takes the rebote, sends it high. Caught by Arta in the backcourt. Manu took that right off the sidewall, sent it back inside. Beautifully done. Rebote forehand by Zulika. Scoop attempt is tipped in the backcourt. That is a 3rd point for Zulika. And Arta. Zulika has the serve. I mean, that catch by Manu off the sidewall, it...
Yeah. It looked like somebody went down there. Got to get it wiped up.
Just waiting for a towel. Anytime, you know, fall down rebotes are a thing. Players go down, and especially as aggressively as they've been playing, they're sweating. They transfer the sweat. I mean, sometimes when they lean up against the back wall here.
It distorts our view then. Oh, would you look at that? Perfect. Thank you, Manu. Perfect example. He just did it.
I don't think that we have a distorted view, Andrew.
Well, it's just the glass gets with the sweat.
Visually, maybe.
Visually.
Oh, yes, visually,
It's
yes.
just the sweat on the glass.
Yeah, there's no question about it.
No. This is...
Yeah, they transfer quite a bit of fluid. And...
Iturbide. There he is.
Iturbide.
Thank you, Iturbide.
Actually, there's a little pot back here. They take tips, so it's usually rock, but Iturbide got it this time. He may get $5 this week. Bueno tipped the ball off the serve. That is a 4th point for Zulika. And Arta. Zulika has the serve. A serve scores for Zulika. That is 5 points and a possible set point for the Chargers.
I mean, he's gotten Manu twice on aces.
Which is not easy. I mean, we've seen Manu make some phenomenal. It's really just a question of crossing that side wall with power.
We're gonna check out some of these ace numbers. I mean, typically you don't see players in the top 3 divisions up towards the top of the ace stats simply because the backquarters are so good at those levels.
There's a backhand by Manu. Arta's there. Backhand from the 11 line. Manu will take this one on the forehand. Catch by Zulika. Zulika powerfully along the wall the whole way. Bueno gets in there. He makes the save. Here's Arta up high. Backhand from the 11 line. Bueno takes it in the front court. Backhand from the 7. Backhand 2-all.
Oh, my goodness. That could be good. Looking at the line. On the line.
Is out.
Touch the line.
That is out. Point and set for Zulika and Arta. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Play our next set. I'll tell you, the judges taking their time looking at these spots. So we have a split set situation. See, it's a backhand 2-all, an unconventional shot here by Bueno. Landing again. Yeah, you clearly see the mark come on the line there on the bottom of your screen. That definitely was out. So 2 very clear calls. The judges taking the time to make sure to get it right. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. See Arta with his helmet still on. Zulika stepping out for just a moment. Team captain Benny. And the cestas everywhere. If you weren't familiar with the terminology of Jai-Alai, that's what the basket they use is called, cesta. Here's Ebid talking with Zulika and Arta, and this is some of the best we've actually seen Arta play as well. Arta sometimes gets tripped up on his catching, but not today. Solidly backing up Zulika, making some really good catches in the backcourt, going up against Manu. See Manu back there in the corner of the cage. And Bueno slowly tying his cesta on. Bueno's got this one and then another one. See Bueno tying into his cesta. And as the clock winds down, we're ready to begin our third and final set. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin the third and final set of this match. First team to reach 6 points will win it. Bueno has the serve for the Cyclones.
It's a good thing we don't have fans in here today, Stu. This ball's so hot, it might just go right through that net if somebody throws a good 2-wall. And we only played 8 points that set too, but the ball is flying out of the cesta in this one.
Bueno serves. Our set has begun. First point for Bueno and Manu of the Cyclones. Bueno serves.
Yeah, that serve kicked off the sidewall at a sharp angle, kind of ate Arta up as he was trying to make the play and control the ball. And in the end, it just fell out of the basket. Just a dream start for the Cyclones. Quick point. Didn't have to work all too hard for it.
Backhand by Arta to the inside. Manu is there. Here's the backhand by Manu. Robote. Robote forehand rifled by Zulika and caught beautifully by Manu.
What a catch.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Here's Bueno on the forehand from the 7 line. Arta's there. Backhand from the 10. On the inside, Manu down low makes a fine catch. Here's the backhand. That ball's on the wall. Tough play by Bueno. He passes Zulika. Arta makes a tricky save. Bueno attacks, grabs it. Low and inside. Arta's there. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Wall to wall. Robote forehand. Arta makes the catch. Backhand to the inside. Here's Manu from the 13. Robote forehand. That ball falls short. 2 points for Bueno and Manu of the Cyclones. Bueno has the serve. Difficult Robote to make. Zulika usually makes it just fine. I don't think he was trying to throw a drop shot off of that.
Yeah, the ball dies when it makes contact with the sidewall first, but still not enough to reach and extend the rally.
Robote forehand. Scoop by Arta. There's the backhand. Here's a backhand by Manu. There's a backhand. Beautiful catch. Backhand by Manu. That cuts right back to the inside. What a phenomenal catch by Manu. Powerful backhand follows. Here's Zulika. Zulika sends it. Manu has it on the forehand. Manu forehand to the inside. Caught in the air by Zulika. Rebote coming to Bueno. Bueno plays the forehand. Rebote to pass. It's caught by Arta. There's a backhand. Rebote to the inside. Arta's there. Backhand from the 9 line. What a catch by Manu. Rebote left side, high and hard. Arta makes the grab. Manu, forehand rebote, hooked. That's a point for Zulika and Arta of the Chargers. Zulika has a serve.
Yeah, finally catching the Cyclones out of position. Arta kept him to the outside, got the backhand off, low runner, and then Manu trying to get out there and make the save. Not meant to be. Hooked it just into the floor.
Beautiful serve by Zulika, handled well by Manu. There's a backhand. This one caught by Bueno. Bueno from the left side, right up the middle. Zulika, forehand rebote, for a bounce, a big bounce. Brought down by Manu at the 12 line. Ball missed by Zulika on the left side. That is 3 points for Bueno and Manu of the Cyclones. Bueno has the serve.
And Manu just changed up that throw a little bit. Came over the top with the forehand, resulting in a bigger bounce off the floor, and I mean, seemingly just tripped up Zulika.
A little play off the side wall, I think, down low as well.
Certainly helped.
Yeah. Backhand by Arta. Rebote comes to the 6 line, turned on the forehand of Bueno. Catch by Arta. Backhand from the 10. Here's Manu. Rebote forehand rifled, but hitting the overhead screen. That's 4 points for Bueno and Manu. Bueno has the serve.
And again, as that ball heats up and you give it enough power, that's going to kick up even a little higher now into a third set, up in that overhead screen, becoming more of a factor. Second time Zulika's found it in this match.
There's the backhand by Arta. Rebote coming out. Bueno, eyes on it. Keeps the rebote inside. Arta, backhand from the 10 line. Rebote forehand. Arta makes the save. Here's Manu on the forehand. Big bounce. Taken in the backcourt by Arta. Arta to the inside, a hard throw. Manu takes it in the air. Backhand, blasted. Caught on the forehand of Arta. Manu's looking for the rebote, has it on the left side. Arta, late catch, but he made it.
Yep.
Bueno takes it in the air. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Arta. Low runner, scooped up by Manu. Backhand by Arta. Manu, backhand from the 11 line. Manu calls for the catch. Here's the backhand to the inside. Arta's there. Arta again. Backhand from the 10. Down low, Manu has it. Powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Forehand rebote by Zulika. Caught in the air off the sidewall by Manu. Rebote again. Forehand by Zulika. Lower and harder. Manu makes the catch. Karam with a soft touch. Arta gets out there, makes the grab, an even softer touch. Manu has it. Outside placement, stopped by Arta. Arta
Bueno.
sends it. Bueno alone. He makes the save.
It's in
that
play.
had the distance. Here's Arta. What play by all 4 players.
Goodness.
Bueno and Arta, great effort. That's 5 points for Bueno and Manu of the Cyclones. Possible match point.
That's a tough one. Got to recover here quickly. Arta, I mean, just a great read to track it
Tremendous read
down.
by Arta.
That's a pretty good drop shot, but Manu, full head of steam, gets in there on the right side as it crosses the sidewall. Outside placement, scooped up. Look at the judge. He wants no part of that ball. Arta's got it. And then the rebote here, off his footing, just enough. And the floater, Stu, gets someone every day.
Just beautiful play by the players. Bueno making a tremendous save. Came all the way back to the 11 line to make that save.
What an effort, what a point.
In and out of the
and
sets
there
the
it
ball goes. Point, set, and match. A hard-fought match for Bueno and Manu of the Cyclones, winning the third and final set 6-1.
That is as impressive of a victory as you're going to see. Bueno and Manu take it in in 3 sets, winning the final set, taking 6 of 7 points. Most importantly, they keep their team alive in the game day. Chance for the Cyclones to tie it up. Bueno and Amigorena up next against Ebid and Gallow.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Game day score you see now. 1.5 points separating the two teams. The Cyclones with a chance to knot the game day up at 4-4 if they can win this final match. There will be an extra minute here between these matches. It'll go 3 minutes because Bueno will be going back-to-back. You'll be hearing him in this post-match interview here in just a few moments. What a win by that third division team of the Cyclones. The experience too, it always helps, and that's what we talk about with these guys. But at some point, you have to go out there and execute. And Bueno consistently doing that up in the front. And how about Manu? The catching, insane all day long. Let's hear from this team, Bueno and Manu. I'm going to start here with Bueno. Bueno, consistently, you play above your rank in doubles against #1 ranked front quarters. You guys can't hear me? We got overall, sorry, folks, some technical difficulties. You got us, Bueno? Sorry about that, guys. Bueno, overall, you play consistently above your ranking in doubles against these top-ranked front quarters. What gives you the confidence and the proficiency to go out there and execute at that level?
With a partner like Manu, man, if he gives me the confidence and he's got the confidence in me and he's, he's motivating me and telling me, keep going, that kind of keeps me, thinking I'm doing the right thing. He's a heck of a player, and for him to be behind me telling me those things, man, means, I must be doing something right.
Yeah, Manu, I don't even know what to say. The catching was unbelievable for you in the backcourt. You guys really limited Zulika's opportunity to kill the point. What went into that strategy to prevent him from beating you with the costado?
The strategy, first a big shout out to Bueno. It's a tough season for the Cyclone, but this guy is playing like a 3-game, 4-game, so yeah. Big shout out to Bueno, and my job was to not doing mistake, trying to catch everything, and I know that Bueno is there, and you can see that I did some mistake, and this guy was there to clean the mistake. So big shout out to Bueno again.
Well, big win for your team. Game day still alive. Congrats, guys.
Thank you.
One more to go. 4th division of doubles. Bueno stepping out again. He's substituting for Ron in this one with Amigorena in the backcourt. They take on Ebid and Gallow. Again, Bueno, the official sub in for Ron in this 6th and final match. You like that from doubles partners. So you ask the question to Bueno, all he does is praise Manu, and then you ask Manu a question, all he does is praise Bueno. You like to see that, and you see the record, and you wonder why.
Well, Manu
see
was
the
headed
chemistry
to the
between
shower, and Bueno was headed back out to the court. But
a good point he said. Bueno's been fighting, and now a chance to tie up the game day. Bueno would be responsible for every point if they were to get this one and tie it up.
Phenomenal.
There's a serve by Bueno. We begin. Gallow gets in there on the right side, forehand. And comes cross court to make the catch. Amigorena makes the grab back at the 10 line. Ebid backed up, controls it, puts it along the wall. That's caught low by Amigorena. Gallow from the left side, the backhand along the wall, caught by Amigorena. Gallow from the left side, backhand opens up to the middle of the court. Amigorena on the right side now, looking across the sidewall. It's missed by Gallow. Bueno and Amigorena get the first point. Backhand to the inside. Gallow pulls it in up at the 11. Hard throw. Amigorena steps back. Ebid. Inside placement with a soft touch. Amigorena got there. Backhand dropping. Gallow advancing on it. High and hard. That's out of reach. Bueno looking for the rebote. Save to the inside. Here's Ebid. Two wall. Too low. Caught the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. 2 points for the Cyclones.
Usually off the left side. Ebid spot on. Was earlier in the day. That one just caught the pad just out of play.
Gallow over the top. Bueno slides in to cut it off. Gallow, high and hard again. Amigorena steps back to the 12 line, controls it, puts it inside. There's Ebid, backed up. Ebid again, now at the 10 line. Powerful throw, kicking up. Amigorena not going to let it come out. Great catch back behind him. Backhand two wall. Oh, just out of reach. That scores. Ebid with a point. They're on the board.
Yeah, Bueno was within inches of that ball. Good read by Bueno, just not able to get assessed on it. What a catch.
Amigorena controls the serve. Oh, right back to the right side of Gallow. Bueno cuts it off up in the front. Low runner inside. Ebid cuts it off. There's the backhand. A good catch by Amigorena back there at the 13 line. Lifted to Gallow. Ebid outside placement. Bueno scooped it. Bueno half carom. Not opening up enough. Ebid now with the drop shot. Return it. Lands in. Bueno's got it. Bueno to the outside. That scores. 3-1 in favor of the Cyclones.
With authority. When he throws it that close to the front wall outside, knowing that the guy's out there, he wants to beat him badly. And he did. Scoop by Bueno. Back to the inside. Scoop by Ebid. Drop shot. Bueno. Perfect read. Blasts it to the outside. Beautifully done.
Gallow with the sidearm throw. Bueno has it on the forehand. High and hard. Looking to pass. Ebid gets back there. Makes a save. Amigorena waits on it. From deep in the backcourt. High and hard to the inside. Dropped in the corner. Rebote. Laid at the feet of Amigorena. He makes the catch. Gallow at the 11. What a throw. That's out of reach of both Cyclones. Bueno plays it on the back end. He's got the rebote. Ebid. Runner inside. There's Bueno cutting off the space. There's the backhand. Ball tipped first time around by Amigorena. That's a second point for the Chargers.
Didn't hear the whistle. So he went for the rebote, but whistle came just in time.
Well, serve goes through Bueno's legs. Here's Amigorena from the left side. Rebote, forehand, laid up. On the bounce, here's Amigorena back at the 11. Low runner along the wall, stopped by Gallow. Gallow from the left side. This is pulled in by Amigorena. Powerful backhand. Stopped by Amigorena in the corner. Keeps this one up the middle. Gallow gets in there on the right side. Bueno drops it in the corner. Gallow high and hard again. That's out of reach. Bueno along the wall. Tough save on the rebote. Iturbide attacking into the 2-wall. It's missed on the outside. Bueno got there. Couldn't make the catch. That ties it up 3-3.
That was a great effort by Bueno to make that catch. It was a very well thrown 2-wall by Iturbide. Bueno was right there. That's the frustration when you have it, when you know you can make the catch. But Hal has a game of inches. About a half-inch margin of error if you hold that ball up in the middle of the cesta.
Amigorena waits on the serve. There's the backhand along the wall, dropping for Gallow. Amigorena pulls it in, backhand. Stays inside. Gallow gets in there on the right side, coming over the top. Bueno looking to cut it off, and he does. There's the backhand. Right back to Gallow. Gallow outside placement. That lands out. 4 points for the Cyclone.
Iturbide giving Gallow credit for throwing a shot when he did. Iturbide telling him, don't worry about it. Just landed wide. Bueno Amigorena with 4 points.
Sidearm throw. 3-wall play, saved on the back end by Amigorena. Right to Gallow, back there at the 13 line. This is lobbed up. Amigorena stops another. Rotate clears. Bueno tracks it down up at the 6, powers it to the inside, drops between the Chargers. Iturbide has the rebote on the back end. Travels into the backcourt. Amigorena winds it up. Stopped down the right side here by Gallow. Catch off the sidewall. Amigorena up at the 10. Launches another one. Iturbide tracks it down at the 5, puts it inside. Rebote has to be saved by Amigorena now. Iturbide calls him off late, drops it to the corner. Bueno cuts it off from the costado, inside placement. Gallow ran it under it, makes the catch in the air. Rebote left side, it clips. Gallow all alone makes the catch. Soft touch, dropping it over the top, slows it down for the moment. There's Amigorena. Ball missed. That's 5 points. And a possible set point for Bueno and Amigorena.
Gallow beginning over his, well, the dropping that basically he had been doing. Seemed more comfortable with the catches and throws. That one. Amigorena coming back from this injury, really impressive. Really impressive how well he's playing.
Yeah, he's been everywhere today.
He's solid.
Gallow picks a serve, comes out over the top again. On the bounce, Amigorena controls it. Strong backhand. It's coming out a long way. Rebote left side, turn 2 walls. Bueno overran it, now comes back. There's the carom. Not enough. Iturbide, another carom. That's not enough. Bueno's carambola. Oh, is scooped. Iturbide to the inside. Amigorena scoops one up of his own. They takes him outside. It lands in. Iturbide dug it out. We're still going. Bueno, forehand, softer touch. Gallow now alone. He makes a diving save. What a point. Bueno up in the front. Inside placement. Gallow missed it. What a point. The Cyclones take the set 6-3. Come back and play a second set in 2 minutes.
How many times have we said today?
Wow.
Or have I said, or you said? I mean, the entire day's a highlight reel.
Yeah.
Every match.
We can just replay that last point again. Wow.
Every match. Tremendous play by all 4. Court positioning, excellent. Stopping 2 walls, excellent. Throwing the ball back, no. Unforced errors. I mean, just...
Yeah, and even on that last point, I mean, it's not just a 1-on-2 battle in doubles or anything like that. All 4 players heavily involved. Gallow makes a diving save. Iturbide going throw for throw with Bueno, and Amigorena scooping one up on the inside to keep it going.
And Bueno just finished a 3-setter.
Yeah.
I forget how many points were played. 100 something.
So, yeah, well, we're just going to take a look here. This is the final point.
Over the top.
Pretty good throw. I mean, that's a good catch by Amigorena. That one could, it's a little bit tougher to control.
Rebote for Iturbide,
right,
turns to 2
Here's where the fun gets started.
Right.
First 2 wall, not
carom.
enough. There's the carom. Tracks it down.
Stopped.
This carambola thought it was good.
Scooped.
Look at that control. To the inside, Amigorena's going to scoop it. He does. Backhand, caught the corner. Bueno hands up. Iturbide says, you know what?
It's not
I got to
over
play
yet.
on it. He digs it out.
Look at that control.
Bueno gets up to it, takes a look, sees where the defense is. He thinks this one's going to score. And Gallow, look at that. Full extension with one hand, returns a 2-all. Then Bueno back to the inside right here. The costado, a little bit of a different spin, and that one missed.
What a point.
Oof.
What a point. What tremendous play. What great effort. We've seen it all day today. We always see it here in Battle Court.
You know, it's very rare you think that there's 2 throws at end of point and it still goes. I mean, you saw the hands up there by Bueno. Iturbide digs it out. Then Gallow doing the same. Chargers fighting, but come away empty-handed after that first set. Cyclones put one up on the board. They just need one of these next 2 to take the match and end this game day in a tie.
That play-by-play was exceptional, Andrew, by the way.
You know,
yeah, I know. It's high praise.
thank you, Stu. Coming from you, Stu.
That very sincerely. It's not an easy game to. I mean, it's not an easy game to do play-by-play for. It really isn't.
Well, when they make those sequences up in the front, it makes it a lot easier for us too.
It's exciting.
That was great action. So
Really well done.
throwing the bouquet back to those 4 guys. There's the catch that begins our second set. Oh, Gallow has to scoop one up. Puts it up the middle. Here's Amigorena. Backhand to the inside. Caught by Iturbide. Rebote forehand. Bueno tracks it down at the 4. Drops it in the corner. Iturbide has the save on the back end. Amigorena, good control there in the backcourt. This one coming up high off the back wall. Rebote to the outside. Bueno scoops it. Bueno, half carom. Oh, stopped by Iturbide. The 2-all return opens wide to score. What a shot. That's the first point to the Chargers.
I don't know if Iturbide plays better angry, but he seemed pissed when he threw that ball. I don't know. That just could be my read, but.
Oof. I mean, that thing opened up like we've
Bueno
never seen.
Bueno has just been there, frustrating every one of his throws.
Fault under serve. Second serve for Iturbide.
Yeah, I don't know that I've seen him go with the cortada serve, that sidearm serve, frequently. No. And to think that Barba's mastered it. That's amazing.
Oh, that is an underserve, a double fault. Going to get Bueno and Amigorena on the board here.
Unforced errors and double faults, you want to avoid them whenever possible. Obviously, that goes without saying, but should never happen on the serve. Really shouldn't.
Serve kicks out to the right side. Gallow back over the top. Amigorena from deep in the backcourt puts it inside. Rebote's laid up. Backhand right in the corner. Gallow calls him off. Makes a save. Amigorena now on the outside. The low runner back inside. Caught in the air. Iturbide winds it up. 2-all. Not enough. Bueno inside placement. Backing up. Gallow scooped it. Amigorena up at the 9 line does the same. The backhand inside, stopped by Gallow. Gallow high and hard now. Looking to pass.
Tipped.
That one tipped in the corner. Well played point again. This one goes to the Chargers. They lead 2-1.
Just 3 weeks ago, Gallow was missing him, trying to get used to the court. Last season, Amigorena wasn't able to catch consistently. Now he's stopping the ball on the scoop beautifully.
And Rebote Analytics has confirmed that was the first double fault for Iturbide this season.
There we go.
Splitter. Oh,
Off
that
the tip.
actually kicked out to the right side of Bueno. Either way, that scores. That's a 3-1 lead now for the Chargers.
Yeah, right off the tip of the cesta. Still tremendous play by all 4 players. Bueno still very, just the energy. What
What
a catch.
a catch back behind him. Amigorena. That's tipped by Gallow. Quick point for the Cyclones. Deficit's down to 1.
Yeah, Amigorena made a tremendous catch and then just rifled one back.
Drop shot. Bueno tracks it down to the outside, right at him. That scores. They're tied up 3-3. Cyclone serve.
That's working for Bueno. First of all, he's getting to the ball. If he is tired, he certainly isn't showing any signs of it. Look at Bueno's court positioning. Beautiful. Makes that catch above the waist, rifles it outside. Beautifully done.
Iturbide backhand to the inside, cut off by Amigorena. Backhand. Kicking up and out.
In and out of the cesta.
All missed. It's a point for the Chargers. They're 4th.
Bueno's been a little stiff on those right-sided catches. He's in position for him, just hasn't been able to settle them in the cesta.
Good stop again by Amigorena. Backhand. Here's Gallow. Good stop by Amigorena. Back beyond the 13. Gets this one to pass. Robote. Forehand. Oh, that's out a long way. To the outside. Bueno tracks it down. Whips it inside. It's going to be a tough one. Gallow alone. Makes a pretty good save.
What did he do there?
Outside placement.
Outside
That's
of play.
outside the court. 5 points for Iturbide and Gallow and a possible set point. That was a wonky-looking Robote, but effective nonetheless.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
effective is what you need. Effective in one motion. That's as long as it's as long as it's in one motion, you're good. Amigorena going for a shot, just not working for him. Catching and blasting the backhand has been what's worked really well for him.
Amigorena back there, 13, high and hard, coming out of the corner. Robote, forehand, play to the inside, cut off at the 11. Robote, forehand, laid up. Bueno. He's going to try to pass. It's off the back wall. Robote played inside. Amigorena steps up. Here's the runner. Hard to the inside, comes shooting out. Oh my, what a save. Not a lot of time to react. Gallow makes it again. Bueno, sidearm throw to the inside, backing up. He scooped it up. Amigorena, that hard throw out of reach of Gallow. He steps out of the way. Iturbide with the forehand Robote. On the bounce, Amigorena again. Low runner on the costado. That's a long drop shot. Bueno comes cross court, stops it on the bounce. Hard throw back inside to Gallow. Gallow's backhand just does clear the overhead screen. Bueno straight up the middle. Iturbide has it overhead, no look. Was with the soft forehand. Amigorena got it. Backhand kicks up.
What a catch.
Caught on the tip into the 2 wall. That's too wide. Still going here in this second set. 4 points now for the Cyclones.
Iturbide snapped that 2 wall very quickly. Problem was way wide. Amigorena's been spot on here. Made every one of these catches in those backhands come like bullets. Stopped beautifully by Iturbide in the 2 wall. Just out.
All right, over the top, Amigorena elects to play the Robote. That's a diving save. Iturbide into the 2 wall. Thrown to score. Going to a third set. Coming up in just 2 minutes.
Iturbide really turning things around there for the Chargers. We'll be moving on to the third and final set for the game day in just 2 minutes. Again, tremendous play by all 4 players. We have Amigorena in the backcourt for The Cyclones coming off of injury. He's been spot on with his catching. See his back right there. Here we have some replays. Gallow making an adjustment. Last couple game days. Brings it over the top. Robote thrown beautifully by Amigorena. Ebid makes a great catch. 2-all to the outside, just out of reach of Bueno. Once again, you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently in our 6th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Here we are in the ESPN3 DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking a break back here before our last set. See Gallow there in the foreground. Ebid also seated, getting feedback from Zulika. Have to say that I'm pleased with the adjustment that Gallow seems to have made. Last 2 game days, he was having a very difficult time settling the ball in his cesta for a couple weeks there. Seems to have resolved that. And Amigorena coming back from injury and coming and playing like this. My goodness.
I mean, it looks like he's got stronger, if anything, and he hasn't been playing the last month.
He is firing bullets on that left side.
Month and a half, yeah.
He is firing absolute bullets on that left side. And what do you say about Bueno? Can we get you some water?
All day. Yeah. You need anything?
Gatorade, intravenous fluid, something, anything?
One more set on the day, just the last one. See if the Cyclones can tie it up or if the Chargers will win the day. Third and decisive set, ready to begin. Bueno and Amigorena serve to Ebid and Gallow. There's a serve by Bueno. Third set has begun. Forehand dropped over the top. Ooh, that kicked way up. Amigorena handles. Forehander Bote. Laid up to the inside. Bueno makes the stop. Backhand. Open up to the middle of the court. Gallow. Hard throw crossing the sidewall. Bueno lays up the Robote. Ebid lets it pass. Gallow comes back over the top. Amigorena gets under it. Hard backhand. Right to the forehand of Gallow. Amigorena from the left side. That crosses late. Ebid plays the Robote inside up the wall. Amigorena comes down with the ball. Gallow pulled the cesta away. Ebid now the left side. Robote kicking up. Backhand from the 10. Dropping into the corner. Robote right side. Crossing. There's Bueno. Ebid up at the 7, winds it up, low and hard. Amigorena makes the scoop off the sidewall. The backhand just does clear. Catch off the sidewall again. This one high and hard. Gallow tipped it. First point of our third set goes to the Cyclones. Forehand back over the top. What a pickup by Amigorena. There's the backhand. Just does clear. Robote forehand. Powered inside. Lets it pass. Saves Robote on the backhand. On the bounce. Ebid into the drop shot. Got the first bounce, not the second. Look at Amigorena. Sidearm throw. Bueno's got to get in there. Off
Tough
his
save.
footing. He laid it up. That was right on the wall. Ebid attacking. Splitter. Split them up to score. Chargers tie it up, 1-1.
Split placement perfectly thrown by Ebid just the right time. Bueno trying to reach back in there, just not able to make the play. What a
Oh,
serve.
that serve crosses deep in the backcourt. The ace gives the Chargers the lead 2-1.
That was a picture-perfect serve by Iturbide. Usually we see them come in a little bit lower and sidearm. He threw that about 3/4 on the right side, got good bounce, crossed deep. Beautifully done by Iturbide.
Amigorena gets there before it crosses. Iturbide goes up. Powerful backhand on the wall. That scores. Ball missed. 3 points for the Chargers.
Yeah, that's a tough one. There wasn't... You have to make that catch if you're Amigorena. If you let that ball go, it's hitting the wall
It's
3 feet and coming right back at your face. There's no time to get out of the way.
None.
Look at
Bueno's
Bueno.
got the serve. Wall is too low. Caught the pad. 4-1. Iturbide and Gallow lead. Well, Bueno's got that serve. Inside placement. Ooh, Gallow scooped it up. Backhand, high, hard, and clearing the overhead screen. Remote forehand powered inside. Cut off there by Iturbide. There's the backhand. Out to the right side of Amigorena. Powerful throw. Picked up. There's Gallow. Iturbide takes it in overhead. Backhand from the 9 line. What a catch along the sidewall. Remote shooting out. Iturbide slaps it above the pad. Back to Amigorena.
Oh, look at that bullet.
Oh, runner. Oh, my.
catch.
Gallow comes away with it. Didn't have control.
control.
Sent it up in the overhead screen on the throw. That's 2 points for the Cyclones.
Remember, folks, that ball is always moving when it comes into the cesta, but it's moving with a certain amount of control. When you make a scoop like that, yes, the ball is in your cesta, but you may not feel exactly where it is when you go to make the throw. If it's not up near the tip, it can go anywhere.
Bueno on the inside at the 8. The inside kicking up. Good stop by Amigorena. Backhand. Iturbide tracks it down. Amigorena middle of the court. Looking to pass, and he does. Gallow steps away. Iturbide with a forehand Remote cutting along the wall.
Tipped.
It scores. 5 points in a possible set and a possible match point for the Chargers.
It's a tough spot here for the Cyclones. They've been playing great through 2 sets. Amigorena's had his first couple misses here. Again, Iturbide just blasting it to the inside, crossing Amigorena right at the side wall where he's standing.
Hard serve handled on the left side of Amigorena. Looking to pass. Gallow reaches in. Amigorena stops it overhead. Backhand to the inside. Here's the Rebote. Forehand. Push to the outside. Bueno runs under it. Comes over the top. Iturbide lets it pass to Gallow, and he scooped it up. Amigorena from the left side. Gallow reaches in. Sidearm play. Dropping. Amigorena gets up to it. Catch low by Gallow. Caught off the sidewall. There's Amigorena. Rote up the middle. Amigorena runs around it. Has it on the costado. The 2-wall is too wide. Point, set, and match. Iturbide and Gallow take it in 3 sets. Winning the final 2, 6-4, 6-2. Chargers win the game day 5.5 to 2.5. Stay tuned for the post-game show coming up in just a few moments.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Hey everyone, welcome into the Battle Court postgame show. Chargers win the game day 5.5 to 2.5. We're ready to go with our player of the day. A very rare case where the player of the day does not come from the winning team, but very rare that players have to go out there for 4 matches. So number 22, Bueno of the Cyclones, player of the day for today. Bueno, some folks are asking back here, is there anything that goes into the preparation or your diet that helps you prepare for these long game days?
I mean, the mental diet is, you know,
That's a good answer.
The mental diet's important. You know, you got to come out here and you got to, you know, just know what you're up against, you know what you're good at, know what you can do consistently, and just, you know, and just do it.
Yeah, and Amigorena has been out for the last month and a half or so as the Cyclones get back to full health. Didn't look like he skipped a beat out there in terms of his catching. What was it like playing with him, and how happy are you guys to have him back?
I'm happy to have him back, man. You know, I'm super happy Amigorena is back, man. You know, injuries suck to begin with. Like I told everybody on the team who has been injured is, you know, you got to take care of yourself as priority. So, you know, I'm not trying to rush anybody back, but I'm definitely glad that he's back. And he did. He played well today. You know, unfortunately, we weren't able to get that last match there. You know, in the second set there, I made 2 errors, man. You know, would have went the other way if not, but, you know, here we are. But Miggy's good, man. I'm happy he's back. I'm really happy he's back.
Chris, there's a fine line between being overtired or being tired and then also being loose. And I know you know that in Jai-Alai, that the more you play, the looser you get. You didn't seem to get tired. You seemed loose from the first game that you played to the very last game. How'd you feel?
Feels great, man. I mean, I said it last time, I'll say it again, man. You know, one day I got to hang it up, man. And these are the days that, you know, I got a bunch of people, you know, if you ask anybody who used to play this game, I'm sure if you ask them if they had another chance to come out here and do it, what they would give for it. And, you know, they'd probably give what they could to come out here and do it again. So fortunately, I'm out here doing it. I'm enjoying it while it lasts, man. And, you know, I'm having fun, man. You know, I got to play 4 matches. How many people could say they got to play 4 matches? You know?
That's absolutely right. Chris, we appreciate the effort. We appreciate your time. Played great today.
Thank you, man. Hey, special shout out, man, and I dedicate the performance today to Jam and Johnny, man. Rest in peace, Jam and Johnny.
May he rest in peace.
Yes, absolutely.
May his memory
Thank you,
always
Bueno.
be a blessing.
And again, we're cutting back to Stu and I here. Let's show you some of those replays and recap the action that you saw behind us between the Chargers and the Cyclones. We got started with Bueno back there in singles, taking on Gallow.
Here we have...
Sorry, this is the top-ranked singles. Zulika, Manu. That's neither of those two players. Sorry,
I just like looked to the right. I was like, "What are you looking at?" It's like, not unless they're wearing different jerseys. Here we have Zulika, forehand rebote. Again, this was a couple points. I said it seemed like they were playing chess. You know, not a lot of physicality, more logic and placement is basically trying to throw the ball where their opponent wasn't, and both are excellent at that. Manu has a bit more time on the Magic City court. And there we go with Bueno. Split placements, stopped by Barba. Barba's 2-all stopped by Bueno. Carambola return, stopped by Arta. We had a couple of these today.
All day today. Great sequences, great play. I mean, I look back at the scores, too. I mean, not very many decisive sets, and if they were, it went to a third set.
Absolutely. Barba, we weren't exactly sure, that he was going to be able to make it today, but he did. He played well.
Yeah, great sequence here again. 2-all stopped, 2-all return, picked up by Bueno. Yeah, there were 3 or 4 of these sequences up in the front.
Exactly.
How about
then
that
Arta
by
makes
Arta?
Yeah, and I said, okay, so we got one in for the day.
Yeah.
But no, there was more to come.
Nope, that just got us started. That was a little appetizer.
Absolutely.
Moving on over to this second division doubles match. What a good one this was. Fronton and Amigorena, the best we've ever seen that team play against Iturbide and Benny here.
And there's no question, even though you saw Fonda there go into the screen not catching that ball, this is the best that we've seen Fonda play in any one day. Making aggressive catches in the front court, throwing shots, took 2 serves on the forehand.
Yeah.
Through 1 outside placement and 1 carom. Just beautifully done. And got tied up in the screen there. There's one of them. I mean, Iturbide throws the ball hard. No question about that. Just reached.
Look at that.
Reaches.
On the right side.
Look what I got. That's what we mean by control. You see, he makes the catch a little bit deep in the cesta. Then by flipping his wrist back, it moves the ball without losing contact up to the tip. We're able to throw the ball where you want to. When the ball stays deep in the cesta, very difficult, if not impossible, to get it back up to the front wall. Tremendous play and a great game day for Fonda. And a great game day for Amigorena coming back from injury.
See you later on in this match. Great catch there by Fonda. And Benny, wow, comes flying in there, takes it off the wall. Backhand 2-all, you see, just tipped.
Tremendous play by all 4 players, and just wonderful to see Benny not just hanging out there with these guys, but
this catch again. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, just he was playing loose. He's playing with a lot of confidence. Benny played great today.
Backhand 2-all, you see, just missed by Iturbide. Yeah, this match could, I mean, you could just run these highlights, cover the whole post-game show. Plenty to show you. Another one here. Softer touch to the inside. That's a throw that's going to score for the win. You're saying just changed up the pace on that throw, Stu. Used to blasting it in there, used to throwing those 2-walls, but soft touch and just tipped.
You want to run into position and be in position when you make that catch. That's what court positioning is all about.
Then third division doubles. Bueno Manu against Zulika and Arta.
So this match just had so much excitement. Tremendous play by Manu in the backcourt. Arta making some solid catches that we don't always see him make, but Bueno standing out, playing with Manu in the back. More importantly, Bueno playing against Zulika.
Later on in this match, carom there by Manu. This is
Look at Arta. Yeah. Arta comes up, changes things up, drop shot. Manu gets it on the forehand. Outside placement, stopped by Arta, who's now in the front. Bueno turns around, saves this rebote.
I thought this was the last match we just saw. Wasn't that the...
See, it happened again.
There were 3 of them.
Exactly.
At least. Look at that
It
save.
did it, but Bueno going from the front all the way to the back to make that play, just tremendous. See, Manu catches it, takes a look, then throws the 2-all. Look at Arta. Great court positioning. He makes the catch, has the presence of mind to turn it into a shot. Drop shot. Look at Manu. Back
Turns
to the
it into a
outside.
shot.
And look at this.
The reflexes.
Arta, again, he's not the front quarter. He's the back quarter.
And Bueno, not the back quarter. He's the front quarter making this save.
Exactly, and doesn't throw it on the pad, just keeps it up on the front wall.
And then,
Tremendous play.
yeah, at that point, I think it made it 5-1 in favor of the Cyclones in the third set. And after a point like that, it didn't go on much longer. Cyclones coming away with the win, had a chance to tie up the game day in this finale, playing shorthanded in this one. Bueno stepping up with Amigorena against Iturbide and Gallow.
Coming out to play another match and not looking tired at all. Iturbide on fire, lots of good shots. See how deep he's playing here, throwing the ball hard. Kept Bueno moving around the court. Rebote 2-all. Look at that stop by Bueno. Carom by Bueno. Look at that stop by Iturbide. Look at that stop again by Bueno. Carambola, scoop. Back to the inside. Catch by...
That's a crazy catch, too. Gallow, hands up,
still
not
going.
over.
Still going.
That's the best part of it every time.
Yeah, exactly.
And then look at this one by Gallow. I mean, he's almost on the floor by the time he throws that ball. Wow.
Still in the process of getting used to the court. Wasn't able to make that second catch, but just what tremendous play.
Yeah. No better way to close out these replays. And with this
Catch
sequence,
Carom.
take another look.
Catch Carom. Catch Carambola. Scoop. Costado to the inside. Catch by Amigorena. Powerful backhand.
Full lunge, clean miss, rebote. What a save. I mean, it's not even in the picture. That's nobody expected that point to keep going. And Bueno gets up to it. Forehand inside, and this one by Gallow. Look at this.
And Gallow says, I'll get on that action. There we go.
Last throw there by Bueno, though. Just
got
missed. By him. In the end, though, Chargers outlast the Cyclones. They take that match in 3 sets. They win the game day 5.5 to 2.5, earning 3 more points and 3 more points again over the Cyclones. And let's see where all of our teams now stack up in this fall 24 season of Battle Court. And you see 5.5 points separating the two teams, but the Renegades still have an extra game day to play to catch up to those other teams. So, and that's a more sizable gap than it may appear. Second, you got the Fireballs in third, just ahead of the Warriors. Cyclones inching closer, just 2.5 points outside of that final playoff spot. And the Devils right in the mix too. They'll be playing on Friday. I mean, still, I don't know if we've ever been this close, this late into a season. I mean, really, every team still in the mix for a playoff spot. So going to be a great finish to this season. We got about a third of the regular season left. But what we are starting are these doubleheader Fridays, Stu.
Absolutely.
So
all Battle Court, all Friday.
2 game days on Friday. The first game day will be starting at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That will be the Chargers and the Renegades. Then at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to do it all again. Another 6 matches between the Fireballs and the Devils.
I see that.
Now, if you are in a state where you can wager, pari-mutuel wagering is legal, you can bet on these doubles matches at your local track or at a website that we know around here, Stu, watchandwager.com and My Winners. Sorry. We jumped the gun.
I jumped ahead of you on that one. That was entirely my fault.
I think Watch and Wager.
My Winners is Connecticut.
Yes, I know they're in
and
Connecticut.
Watch and Wager is states that it's legal to have Watch and Wager on.
Right, so check it out, Watch and Wager. If it's not up on Watch and Wager and that's not legal in your state, check out My Winners. If it's not legal there, unfortunately, I don't know if you're going to be able to bet pari-mutually. So that's going to be the case there.
And we should clarify, that is win wagering only, because there's only 2 teams. So you're going to have win wagering only and a pick 3. And hopefully one day a pick 6. But not this Friday.
Yes, not this Friday. For the evening game day, that 7 p.m. game day, the same betting opportunity applies, but you'll also be able to bet in person at the Fronton with the same contest that we've been having throughout this fall 24 season. So remote betting only for the afternoon games. You can check out Watch and Wager, My Winners, or your local track to see if it's legal in your state. And then for the evening games, you'll have remote and live in-person betting. And they could bet pari-mutually also in-house as well. So, a lot of good stuff. You can come on down here. We're a track. You make some bets. You can play some pick threes. You can pick some winners. Whatever you want to do, come down and check it out this Friday when we begin those double headers.
Absolutely.
The first one is the Chargers and Renegades. We'll get you those matches. Zulika and Benny against Gaucheri and Arats. Then Iturbide and Gallow take on Correa and Ben. Then Barba and Arta against Goenaga and Flores, followed by Gallow against Correa in singles. Then Iturbide and Benny against Gaucheri and Ben. And we close that one out with Zulika and Arta against Goenaga and Arats. That's the 2:30 p.m. start time game day. And then a little bit later, 7 p.m. Eastern, where we are open to the public just for the 7 p.m. game day. Only one of those two. It'll be the Fireballs and the Devils. We have Jedin and Cabrera against CRB and Bradley. Then Inaki and Ubia take on Alex and Urbieta. Then Hormachea against Jairo in singles. Then Ubia against Urbieta in singles. And then 2 doubles matches to close it out. Inaki and Cabrera take on Jairo and Kubala, and Hormachea and Ikeda against Alex and Bradley. Wow, Stu. That's going to be a great day of highlight. 2 full game days.
Absolutely.
Chargers and Renegades first. Fireballs and Devils up next. 7 p.m. start time. We are open to the public. That is our standard time. And again, that 2:30 game day, you will not be open to the public. There is real money wagering on those Friday nights. So if you want to come in here, you can put real money down. You can bet one team or another to win, and then you'll actually get paid out here as well. So great opportunity just starting up this week. Come on down if you're in the South Florida area, or even travel in. It's a great time to come down and check out the highlight.
Even if you're in Palm Beach County, it's worth the drive.
About an
Absolutely.
hour drive. Come on down. We'll see you guys on Friday, the first doubleheader of the Battle Court season. Until then, have a great week, everybody.
See you Friday, 2:30.
Do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys.